athletes have really become, and they are doing different sports and then meet here in Atlanta. How come Atlanta is such a hotbed for all of these athletes? Because we have one of the largest fields here in Atlanta for the Peachtree Road Race.
This is one of the largest wheelchair fields, and it's one of the only races that's not a marathon that has a ton of support for pro wheelchair athletes. And actually, something that I just learned, the prize money is equal across the board for pro wheelers and for the pro running fields, which is pretty cool.
Well, as we're waiting to hear the horn go off for these athletes, Amanda, can you remember being on the start line here in Atlanta in 2007? How many times did you actually race here?
I think I raced here at least 13 or 14 times.
Really?
Yes. One win in 2007.
Yeah.
And the only reason why is because they had changed the finish that year and it was a climb.
Really? So that's not the only reason
That's
why.
the only reason. But it's always nerve-wracking sitting on the start line, especially because for some of these races you have to line up so early before the start. So most of these wheelchair athletes have been sitting waiting on the start line for at least 10, maybe 15 minutes. So it's all about trying to stay warm, trying to stay loose, and just trying to stay relaxed, knowing the gun is coming. Daniel Romanchuk over there on the left, and then here sitting up tall in the center is Yurt Schipper. 2 third-place podium finishes here in 2 races. He raced Thursday night at the Cedartown 5K and had a tight second-place finish with a great up-and-comer, Miguel Jimenez Vergara, who hasn't had a podium finish here yet. But if I had to pick my favorite dark horse to perhaps dethrone one of those top 3, it would be Miguel.
Okay. Nice. And is this like F1 where they position you according to, your potential? Or
this is a seated race, and so that's why we see Daniel Romanchuk over in the center, and then everyone else seated out from him according to expected finishes. So in the white helmet next to Daniel Romanchuk, that's Aaron Pike. Josh Cassidy next to him without the helmet on. 2-time winner here, 2011 and 2013.
Well, they're holding them just a little bit at the start. What does that do, Amanda, for I mean, we know as athletes that you have to kind of be able to adjust, but it is a nerve-wracking thing.
It is certainly nerve-wracking, but I think that all of these athletes have a lot of experience here. So they are ready to adjust if they need to, but like you said, it's all about staying calm and staying relaxed as much as they can. You can see Geert isn't even all the way in his chair yet.
I know.
He has taken advantage of getting out, stretching out a little bit. He's really tall. He has really long legs. And wheelchair athletes sit with their chest to their knees and then their feet tucked up under their hips usually, which is not the most comfortable position. And so if you can get out, stretch out, seems like a good move to stay a little bit more relaxed on the start.
Stay loose. Everybody knows Daniel Romanchuk. I mean, let's talk a little bit about those issues that he had this past year. I mean, he had a bad crash during one of his races.
Daniel had a terrible crash at the Sydney Marathon last September. A pedestrian walked out onto the course without looking, and Daniel collided with them going downhill. So luckily,
going how fast?
Over 20 miles an hour. So luckily, he tried to swerve, wasn't able to get out of the way. The pedestrian was okay, but Daniel had a pretty serious shoulder injury and spent 3 or 4 months out of his chair just doing rehab, trying to get himself back into shape. His first big race that we saw him in was the Boston Marathon this year, where he had a tough start but ended up chasing back for a 3rd place finish, which was super, super impressive.
What happened in the Boston Marathon? You said there was a tough start, but there was something that went wrong.
There was something. So you can see wheelchair racers push with gloves on.
That's right.
A lot of the athletes have the gloves sitting underneath their chairs right now. They're not on their hands, but they're hard plastic. And if you twist your hand the wrong way, you can pop your glove off. So Daniel popped his glove off his hand and dropped it, had to wait for everyone to go down the first hill at Boston, turn around, climb up the hill, retrieve his glove, and then chase back, and ended up making up a huge amount of ground.
Yeah, it's interesting how cool and composed he actually was, and that was a big day for him to get back and to get back in the mode of racing and winning. I mean, we see him up on the podiums all the time, so we're thankful he's back. It was a scary crash for him last year, but he looks like he's now back in fine form. So
And going for that win number 9, it is such an advantage to have that experience on the course, just knowing where the crucial turns are, the downhill, the uphill. This will be great.
And the first 3 miles of this race go so fast. These pro wheelchair athletes are hitting speeds upwards of 30 miles an hour, close to 40 miles an hour. So it really is a huge advantage, like you said, Ed, to know the course, to know the slight turns in the road, where there may be manhole covers, where there may be some inconsistencies in the pavement.
Well, here we go. We are getting ready for the Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race. Our men's wheelchair division about to take off.
30 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. Volunteers, let's get ready.
Here we go, everybody.
10 seconds.
The 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race, celebrating 250 years of the United States here on July 4th.
Wheeler, set. And they're off. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go.
And they're off. One of the best celebrations of July 4th. This is so exciting. They have that huge flag behind them.
And I've got my stopwatch going, just in case all systems go down.
Yeah.
I can rely on my coach's stopwatch.
That's right. Well, as you said, Romanchuk was off the line very hard.
Off the line, hard and fast. He's still in the lead. That's Daniel Romanchuk in the red helmet with the blue tank top on. So he's off to a really good start here, but we haven't quite hit the super, super steep downhill, which is not always Daniel Romanchuk's strongest. Just like everything else, like climbing, coasting, and wheelchair racing is a skill. And Aaron Pike, who is in 3rd right now with the white helmet on, is one of the best in the world when it comes to coasting.
Okay.
So get ready to see Aaron start to pull ahead as speeds pick up.
We got some serious drafting going on here, of course, and as they start plummeting down that 400-foot descent over the first 3 miles, will we still try to see that drafting take place?
We'll likely still see some drafting, and it actually gets even more and more important. So it's a huge energy save on the flat areas, but if you put yourself in the right position going down a hill, you can actually get sucked into that draft and get pulled along. So Daniel Romanchuk still in the lead here, looking behind him to see if anybody is coming up. And this is Yurt Schipper on the outside. Josh Cassidy, 2011 and 2013 champion, is tucked right in there. And it looks like the field is playing it a little bit conservative right now, waiting to see what Daniel's going to do.
Are you surprised to see Yurt right up on his shoulder there?
Not at all. Like Aaron Pike, Yurt is a really, really strong coaster. Part of it is because his torso is so long. He can get so far out over his front wheel, get all of that weight onto his front wheel, and that helps with coasting. So Yurt Schipper now up in the lead, and Daniel Romanchuk tucking in around 4th, trying to get into that draft line. And women's race is off now. Tatiana McFadden wasting no time off the start line.
Well, Tatiana's coming from the track right now. I mean, she did run the New York Mini 10K just a couple weeks ago, but then the week before that, she ran that 400-meter world record. I mean, she is very fit right now.
Super, super fit. She's been working a lot more the past couple of years on kind of what she got her start as a sprinter.
Yeah.
Working on the 200, the 400, the 800, some of those shorter track races. And that speed has transferred so well for her out onto the road. She's still got a gap, you can see. And then over on the men's race, that's Miguel Jimenez Vergara up in the front now. Super strong climber, great coaster. First big win this year as the 2026 LA Marathon champion, and he just won the Cedartown 5K in a sprint finish ahead of Yurt Schipper on Thursday night, just a couple miles away.
Talk a little bit about that. You said there's a circuit that happens here before the Peachtree Road Race.
There's the Triple Crown circuit, which is 3 races. Starts with Grandma's Marathon.
Yep.
At the end of June. The second race is the Cedartown 5K. Peachtree is in the middle, and then it ends with the Boilermaker 15K in Utica, New York. So there's quite a few athletes that are racing all 3 of those distances for an additional prize purse for top finisher over the Triple Crown Series.
I love this split screen because we can see the different personalities that these 2 races have already taken on, whereas Tatiana is just guns blazing. She's got a significant lead here, and the man's still in that pack.
And this is... Tatiana has an opportunity here that she is not letting pass her by. Susanna Scaroni, 4-time consecutive winner of this race and the course record holder, isn't here this year. She's actually expecting. She's due in August. She took the spring season off, and so Tatiana said, hey, I am just all out going for it.
Yep. And you know what? There's something about that. I mean, obviously we love seeing Susanna Scaroni here, but when you have the opportunity like Tatiana McFadden has lately to be the one to win again, you get that confidence and you get excited to be back. And that's where we've seen her, for many, many years as out front, really pushing the pace.
Absolutely. It's where she's the most comfortable as well. Tatiana loves to lead from the front. She loves to race from the front. She doesn't like strategically sitting in, playing games, sitting and sprinting. She wants to go, and if you're strong enough to stay with her, good for you. But if not, she isn't waiting for you.
What are we seeing up in the men's race?
Over on the men's side, that's Josh Cassidy in the lead, Daniel Romanchuk in second. You can see that they are tucking in now, so they have hit that really, really steep part of the downhill. For most athletes, their arms can only move up to 25, 26, 27 miles an hour. So that means that both Josh Cassidy in the lead, Daniel Romanchuk in second, upwards of 30 miles an hour now that they're tucking in. At this point, it's more efficient for them to make themselves as low and aerodynamic as they can. You can see how low Josh Cassidy's head is. Every once in a while, he takes a peek up to make sure that he is going straight, but he's watching the lane lines on the road come past to make sure that he is going in a straight line down.
Josh Cassidy picks and chooses a little bit more than the traditional wheelchair athlete. I mean, we see Daniel at almost every race that he can be in. Josh, hit or miss.
Josh is later in his career. He's had a lot more experience, and now that he is in his 40s, trying to be a little bit more strategic about what races he's going to go to, and then more strategic with his training as well.
I see. Side by side.
Daniel Romanchuk coming up. Usually, traditionally, not one of the strongest parts of the race for him. That's Aaron Pike to his left, but here he goes. You can see Aaron Pike pulling away, and that is all that coasting skill. He's so fast down the hill. He's like a rocket. And unfortunately, there's not much you can do because you can't push any faster than that. So Daniel's best move here is to stay as low as he can and try to keep Aaron in his eyesight.
Is Aaron known as a really good downhill wheeler?
Aaron is, and a lot of that is his height. So some of the best coasters, Aaron Pike, Geert Schipper, who is also here, and Marcel Hoog, who is known as one of the best ever, they have really long torsos. And because of that, they can get down so much lower, and that makes them into that really, really nice aerodynamic curve.
Tatiana looks like she is, all alone out there. 13 seconds up right now.
She is going to widen that gap as much as she can. Tatiana also traditionally not super strong on the downhill. The best part of her race is going to be the second half. She is so strong. She's so powerful. She can out-climb almost anyone in the field any day. So her taking off early is just widening that gap early on. And I will be shocked if anyone's able to close that.
Well, and also, we have the second half, which is a lot of uphills, right? But then she's that kicker. Like, she can sprint like nobody's business. So really, I mean, this race is going just as planned.
Absolutely. That's where the track training comes in for her. She has so much speed and so much power. And I have never seen any other wheelchair racer consistently have such a strong finishing kick. No matter where she is in the pack, she always has a little bit extra. Checking over her shoulders there to see if anyone's behind her, and she is all alone.
Starting to pass the guys.
Starting to pass,
a bit in front of her.
Some of the back of the men's field. And Aaron Pike up in the lead on the men's side. And then here comes Daniel Romachek. I told you it wouldn't take him long, and it doesn't. And you can see how fast he's moving by the cadence of his arms. His stroke is going double as fast as Aaron Pike's is. And this is Daniel's huge advantage. His arms are so long. He's a 7-foot wingspan. And he is just so powerful.
He really is. I mean, you can see how hard he actually is. He's really pumping his arms there.
And looks just so smooth and comfortable.
We're 8.5 minutes into the race right now.
Yeah, and we are heading down to Sharon Reed. Sharon, what do you have for us?
Dr. Aisha Wright-Burke, board chair, Atlanta Track Club. Good to see you this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You've been at it with the running program for a very long time.
Yes.
There's people who think, hey, you just show up on race day, but there's a lot that goes into this. Tell us more.
This is a year-round process. About maybe 3 weeks after the race, you actually start on merch, extrapolating how much we may need in anticipation for next year, permits, and also doing an after-action review to find out what we can improve upon for next year for our participants, our members, and our volunteers in the city.
It's about community. This race is every year. There's people who do it as friends, as family. There's people who are first-timers. What would you tell people who are coming together? Peachtree Unites is the theme this year for the first time.
I would say it continues our tradition in Atlanta of really being a heartbeat, a part of our nation, when we're supporting wellness, every person, no matter what their ability level, and really coming together to support not only each other, but our city and our country during this 250th anniversary.
I think a lot of people would be surprised to learn that, well, you start, you give yourself maybe a couple weeks off and then start for next year. But that means you also start designing that coveted T-shirt each year.
Yes.
So any little hints about what it's going to look like? Because you can't get it if you don't run.
That's exactly right. People forget that. It's the one race where you get the shirt at the end instead of the medal. I haven't even seen the actual, the final version of it. So it'll be a surprise to me as well. I've seen the last 8. That was about it. And those are the ones that actually everyone voted on. But I haven't seen it. That Scout's honor.
Well, you guys do a great job every year, and to have a new partner now, Northside Hospital, what does that mean?
It is exciting. Northside is a wonderful partner. It really connects with our spirit of wellness, and they're very excited for our long relationship to come, and I'm excited about it.
All right, well, good luck today. Everything's rolling. We got people already racing. We appreciate it. Dr. Aisha Wright-Burke, Atlanta Track Club, board chair.
How fun is that? Every single year, we want to see the T-shirts too. We're like, you'd think the broadcast team would be able to see the T-shirts. Nope. And we don't get one either.
Right. And one of the few races out there where you don't get the T-shirt until you finish.
Yeah.
You got to
And
earn
you
that
have
thing.
to
You
run.
have to earn that thing.
Yep. It's pretty cool. I love that she's been a part of this race for so long, Aisha, and she just loves every minute of it. And I love that she doesn't even know. That's pretty neat. But okay, let's get back to the race here. Still Daniel Romanchuk and Tatiana McFadden.
That gap opening up for Daniel Romachek. And we talked about how fast this first half of the races for the wheelchair racers. Aaron Pike went through 5K at 7 minutes and 58 seconds.
Wow.
Blazing fast there. And Daniel Romachek hitting that little flat spot in the middle of the climb now. And then in the bottom, Tatiana McFadden. This is similar to Daniel. This is it. This is her strength. And you can see her just cruising up that hill, already opening up that gap to 30 seconds ahead of second place.
Talk about the place that we are at right now for the women. We are at 3 miles, right by the Shepherd Center. Can you just fill us in a little bit about what that means to this wheelchair race?
The Shepherd Center has been sponsoring the wheelchair division here for years. I think well back into the 80s. It's one of the top spinal cord injury rehabilitation hospitals in the United States. And this is such a cool experience because Shepherd Center actually brings some of their current patients out to watch the race on the course. And it's such a cool opportunity to see what possibilities exist and to see that there is life after a traumatic injury like that. And there have been quite a few instances of Shepherd Center patients who have seen the Peachtree Road Race and then after they were discharged from the hospital decided like, hey, I want to get involved and get a racing chair, and have come back to compete years later.
That's so cool. You can hear the crowd right now cheering on our wheelchair athletes, and And, just seeing Tatiana McFadden going up what they now call Hope Hill, I really love that they changed the name.
It's such a cool experience. And when you are out there on the road, it's hard to be aware of what is going on around you because you are so focused on the race, but you can hear those cheers the whole way up that hill.
And Daniel was saying that it's a big party afterwards. You all the wheelchair athletes go back to the Shepherd Center and have a big party.
Yep, it's such a cool experience. The awards are done at the Shepherd Center.
Oh, cool.
So they host a big brunch every year in one of the large rec rooms at the hospital, and they invite patients and PTs and other volunteers and all of the people from the Shepherd Center that help make this event possible.
Amanda, this is an off year there's no World Championships, there's no Olympic Games. So what do the wheelchair athletes do? I know that the track and field athletes, they're running all over the world still, but what do you guys do?
Track and field athletes, and there's a lot of crossover. Mm-hmm. So a lot of road racing athletes also do track and field events. So a lot of athletes racing right now, including Tatiana and Daniel, will be at USATF Outdoor Championships in New York in just a couple of weeks. And then a lot of them will be heading off and getting ready for some longer distance training for the fall marathon season.
Well, I'm just waiting for Daniel to make that final turn as we
Well, and we saw him drafting early on in the downhill. Now he's got, looks like, a 35-second lead. So that just tells you how powerful he is on the uphills. You're watching him here on the top, and you would think he's going downhill, but he's actually battling some of the uphills.
And so much of that is that 7-foot wingspan that we were talking about. If you look at his wheels, you can hardly even see where the handring is, the part that he's pushing on. He is a 17-inch handring, which is the largest in the field, and that means he is just getting so much more wheel coverage, and he's so much more efficient than any of the other athletes out there. So he's getting more from every single push than anybody else.
It was almost on the hill, though, Hope Hill, where you just saw him put in a major push. And I know that we were waiting for the uphills for him, but is that his strategy, just to put on like the hurt for 2-3 minutes and just get rid of everybody?
It's like he's got a second gear,
yeah.
And he knows. So Daniel, I always call him the man with the plan. Mm-hmm. He has a plan for every single race that he goes into. He knows the speeds that he wants to hit. He knows where he wants to be. And he's really, really aware of his own strengths and weaknesses. So he knows that the first half of this race is a challenge for him, but he can make that up in the climb. And so absolutely a strategic decision to hold on as much as he could for the first 5K, keep people in sight as much as possible, and then as soon as that incline begins, to just turn it on and break away.
Well, these two are kind of challenging each other to see who could be the first to win 9. Well, now they look like they both are on their way.
They're both pretty close, and this is amazing. Daniel tied Tatiana last year,
okay.
So she hadn't raced at Peachtree for a couple of years. Daniel has never been defeated on this course, which is
even as a junior he won.
An incredible stat. Yep.
Yeah.
He won Peachtree Junior and then moved up into the adult division. So 1 win, Peachtree Juniors, 8 in the adult division. And looks like he could be on track for number 9 today.
Well, he's really racing against himself because he himself set that course record of 18:11. Watching him right now, I got to think he's got to be close to that course record.
I didn't get a chance to talk to him before the race, so I'm not sure if the course record was in his sights or if it was part of the plan. But sitting out here in the meadow, I can feel almost no wind.
Yeah.
And no wind is good for a course record day for wheelchair racers.
So 18:11, it was set in 2019. So that is the record to beat.
That is the record to beat, and it's his own record.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, Tatiana McFadden has talked about how she has really got her eyes set on LA 2028. I mean, this has been a woman that has gone through a lot of health issues as well in the past 5-6 years. She's fought back, and she is on her way. She looks really good this year. Oh, and there's that left-hand turn on 10th Street. 1,000 meters to go, everybody.
I think the record's his. I don't know if he can book down this hill.
He looks super strong, and here it comes, over speed. The decline's beginning. He's up over 25 miles an hour now, so you can see him tucking, and this is just rolling into the finish, but it's going to be really close.
I mean, this is he's so familiar with this final stretch. Not having anyone around him. He is always alone on this stretch. I mean, how long can this guy be at the top of his game?
And he's only in his 20s. He's 27 years old.
Yeah.
He came up really fast, really strong, and he is looking incredible. Definitely back from that injury in Sydney last fall.
Just passed his record, but he still owns it, Ed.
Yeah, oh, he looks so good. And what a boost of confidence coming off an injury to just wire, once he hit that uphill, it was all his.
I think this is what it's all about. I mean, for a man like Daniel Romanchuk to win his 9th Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race, he is back where he wants to be. He's back on top. As we said, bad injury, bad crash at the Sydney Marathon last fall. It's been almost a full year since that. And he is on his way. He sees those cones. Look at this celebration. This is one of the best finish lines ever.
It's such a fun finish line, and you come in so fast going down that hill.
There he is, the 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race champion. Our Shepherd Center men's wheelchair champ for the 9th time in a row, Daniel Romanchuk. And here comes Tatiana McFadden. You can see she's working hard here.
Daniel Romanchuk proving why he's one of the best that has ever done the sport. But here's Tatiana McFadden, who also is the best. 21 Paralympic medals at the Summer Games. The most decorated American track and field athlete of all time. If there is a race, Tatiana McFadden has won it. Erin Pike coming through now. 2nd place for the 5th year in a row here at the Peachtree Road Race.
It's a pretty good stat.
Not a bad one at all. And this is his 17th race.
Wow.
And right behind him, looks like that's Miguel Jimenez Vergara. Hard to tell.
Where you could see Tatiana was really working up that hill. Do you think that she looks like she's still within herself? Is she just having to climb there?
Tatiana loves to climb. And unlike Daniel, you can tell when she is working.
Okay.
Daniel looks so smooth and so effortless. You can see the power that Tatiana is putting in. But this is where she is at her best as well. She likes to work. She likes to be out ahead. And that's when she's her most confident.
Yeah, and that's the case for all athletes. I mean, I think of Paula Radcliffe, the great marathoner that is from Great Britain. You knew she was working hard. She wore her emotion on her face. And I just saw Tatiana really take an exhale and really work into that hill. And I kind of like that, I mean,
yeah,
I do like that it looks effortless sometimes for Daniel Romanchuk, but I like to see that she's really powering her way up.
And she really is. This hill is so hard at the steepest part. I remember looking down at my speedometer. So wheelchair racers usually, instead of going off of mile splits, actually go off of live speed. So everyone has a cycle computer on their chair. They use that because there's such huge differences between inclines and declines. And I remember seeing it drop down into 9, 8, 7 miles an hour, just trying to keep it up towards double digits because it really starts burning. This is almost 3 full miles of climbing, and that lactic buildup is, you guys know the burn.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's constant. There's no shaking the arms out in between reps. You're just going and digging.
There is not. And you'll see that, too, for wheelchair racers. When they're on flats, they'll take a little bit of a break. And Tatiana's hitting that flat now, so you can see her pausing for a minute at the bottom of her stroke, giving her a second to catch her breath, to get some of that power back into her arms, to try to clear some of that lactic.
There's no gear changes.
No gear changes at all. So that's the biggest difference between wheelchair racing and hand cycling.
Yep.
Hand cycling is the biking equivalent. But this is just like a wheelchair. It's hands on the wheels.
It's just.
And so it's as fast as you can make those wheels move, is as fast as you're going to go.
Bring on the hurt locker for sure.
Big time, absolutely. And it is, Tatiana McFadden is feeling it right now.
Yeah, she looks good though. I mean, just the excitement that I think everyone has that she is back at doing so well. And just when we were talking to her at the press conference, I mean, she was really saying like her eye is on the prize of winning again and doing great things in the sport. That hunger is still there. That's something that's hard for an athlete to keep year after year.
And this is such a huge confidence builder for her as well going into LA. There's so many athletes who have talked about retiring after the 2028 Games, Tatiana McFadden being one of them. She went to her first Paralympic Games in Athens in 2004. Hasn't had a break since, so that is an incredibly long career.
Really. Now she's making that turn. Okay, everybody, this is that famous turn onto 10th Street. They have less than 1,000 meters to go, so just over a half mile to go.
And what a nice reprieve, too, because, again, we're going downhill for much of this.
Starts out flat, but here you go. She's tucking down in. And so anytime you see an athlete do that, you know they're going over 20 miles an hour. So tucking down in for that finish and just riding it out. Nobody in sight.
What an athlete. Such powerful shoulders on her.
I think what's so impressive with Tatiana is her mind, the way that she's been able to, you know, just focus and use that drive and determination. But she's mentally one of the best we've ever seen.
I trained with her for years and years, and I have seen very few athletes that have that level of drive and competitiveness, even in practice. She's always pushing to be stronger, to be faster, to get better.
Yeah, you can see this is a great shot where there's that downhill right when you make the turn, but then you do have a little bit of a bump again, and now this is where you get that final downhill. As we see Tatiana get ready to win her 9th Peachtree Road Race. Here she is, everybody. This is our 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race champion, the winningest track and field athlete we've ever seen here in America, Tatiana McFadden. She's doing it again in style, off the line. She went right to the front. She powered up those hills. She rode the downhills. She's doing it all. And she is going to break the tape here again. Look at her go. And here she is tucking in right behind those men, but she doesn't have any problem going by them.
No,
She's
none
passed quite a few.
at all.
And she sees Uncle Sam and Betsy Ross there. This is something she's done in the past, and we welcome her here at the finish line for her 9th win, 13th time here in Atlanta.
Setting records once again. Was the most winningest athlete at 8 wins, now tied with Daniel Romanchuk once again after today with 9 wins on this Peachtree course.
Well, and just like that, we are on the start line again, and we are looking at our men's 10K athletes. Ed.
Patrick Kiprop, our defending champ. He came out guns a-blazing last year, just out of college, one of his first big 10Ks, and he ran it in dominant fashion. The way he did it was he took off from the start and ran away from the field using those downhills. Tadesse Worku, another guy who's going to be a factor. He's run under 27 minutes for the 10K, and he recently finished 4th at the World Cross Country Championships.
And they're off. You could see that tall guy there in the white and green. That's Patrick Kiprop, the defending champion. He got off the line so hard last year, Ed.
He really did. And I was wondering if it was a bad tactic on his part, because he had a solid career running at University of Arkansas, but he was going against such elite competition, and then he just went out so fast, got a big lead, and I thought, you know, that sometimes is a rookie mistake going out that hard, but he loves the downhills. He rolled on that downhills, and something when you're a taller runner, and there he is kind of in the middle, the taller runner of them, sometimes when you're going down the hills, because of your leg lengths, you can unleash those, kind of put your legs in neutral, and you just roll down those hills.
You sure do. That's Ryan Ford on the left over there in the same kit. They are training partners. They live in Boulder. They train under Dathan Ritzenhein and Lauren Thweet.
Like we said before, there's about 30 elite athletes here, and they get a little bit of a head start, rolling right ahead. And again, Patrick Kiprop running in 2nd place. We'll identify our runner in first as soon as we can see it.
Kip Career, it looks like, who is right there in the lead.
And Nicholas Kip-Career from Kenya also is somebody who's run under 27 minutes for 10K. This is his first 10K that he has run here in the U.S. And so I think he's confident. He knows that he's run as fast. He's actually run faster than what the course record is at 27:04.
Well, now we know that our men are underway, but here's our women's 10K athletes.
Okay, we have Stacey Diwa from Kenya. She won here 2 years ago in 2024, coming off an 8th place finish at the BAA 10K. Ziggy Gabrisalama from Ethiopia is kind of one of our picks. She has been on a roll recently. Finished second at the World Cross Country Championships back in 23. She's only had a couple of races this year, but she's finished first or second in every race that she's run in. So we'll look for Ziggy as well.
Yeah, we were looking at Katie Izzo. She's the top American seed right now. There's other Americans in the race like Sydney Vaught. She's running her first pro 10K on the roads. But yes, you talked about Ziggy Gebrselassie. I think that she is the one to watch right now. She was runner-up at the New York Mini just 2 weeks ago. She ran a blazing 30 minutes and 53 seconds on the road there, behind Agnes Ngetic, who ran the fastest 10K ever on American soil. So just an amazing race there, coming into this race in fine form.
Yeah, what I love about Ziggy is she, as the silver medalist at the World Cross Country Championships a couple of years ago, anytime someone can run and finish that high in what I consider maybe the most competitive race in the world at World Cross Country, usually transitions very well to the roads, and I think she's doing just that.
Yeah, you talked a little bit about our men's race, and Tadesse Worku, you said, was fourth at World Cross. That was actually here in Florida, the World Cross Country Championships in February in the U.S. So
yeah,
that's kind of cool.
Wasn't that such a cool thing to have World Cross Country here? And they really got behind it. It was fun. We had the world gathered much as we're seeing the world gathered here in Atlanta for the World Cup that's been going on.
I know.
Have you been watching a lot of soccer?
I've been watching more than I normally do. It is so fun, and it's so cool that it's over here in America on such a fun day like July 4th. I mean, everybody is watching TV and being a soccer fan now, or a football fan, I guess we got to say.
I think by the time they get done, they will have hosted 8 World Cup games right here in the city of Atlanta. Yeah. And when you combine that with the Peachtree race, it certainly is a great celebration.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I think we heard from some of our men, so let's check it out. Let's see if we can hear from some of our elite men.
This is my first Peachtree road race. It's a pleasure now to be here. It's not easy to get to big races like this.
Yeah, the Peachtree is at kind of the leading edge of a lot of races.
You have to be prepared with the humidity, with the weather. It's kind of different from others.
It's my first time running Peachtree. It's a fast course, and I like the courses that is kind of like healing. No matter what, just believe like you can do it, and over time, the result will show up.
It's my first 10 kilometers, so I'm very much excited about it.
I have to be very conservative at the start and run my race, run smart, and then try to defend the title. It's not guaranteed, but you know, that's what we are here for.
Well, Patrick Kiprop had such a phenomenal first race here. I think it really kind of opened his eyes to what professional running could be for him.
Yeah, sometimes it's a long transitioning from college to the elite pro circuit, but he made that jump just immediate and with such confidence here. And he said in his little blurb right there that, you know, maybe he should run a little bit more conservative. He certainly wasn't conservative last year, but I think he was realizing that Nicholas Kip-Career is a very talented runner as well, and so we see him running right behind him at this point in time, but certainly very well in contention.
Yeah, you could see Kip-Career there going through the first mile in 4:40. Patrick Kiprop right on his shoulder. Matata, he is a great athlete. He was one that I had a couple question marks. On paper, he doesn't have any great results right now, very fast results, I should say. But he is a winner. He wins a lot of races. He's always up front. So not surprising to see him in this lead pack as well.
Yeah, you know, Matata's more of a half marathoner in the past, which is a little shorter, obviously. But he showed that he just knows how to win, you know, and that's a big thing. And when you come in and now you're going against an all-star competition, he'll use some of those same skills to finish as well as he can here. But now we see a little subtle move by Patrick Kiprop now moving into the lead. And this is what we saw last year. We saw him kind of take the lead and then take advantage of the downhills, and then he just started stretching that gap, stretching it as we went. 4:40 for the first mile. Not a real aggressive pace for these guys, considering what they are dropping 400 plus feet over the first 5K. And so now I think it looks like Kiprop is picking up the tempo a little bit, because now we're seeing that pack get stretched.
Patrick Kiprop is coming up of winning 2 road 10Ks this spring, so he has that confidence of knowing that he can run with the very best on 10K. And the women's side there, big pack. You can see pretty much everyone still in that race. Katie Izzo there on the far right, kind of laying back there in that second row. She's got the big blonde ponytail there. It was interesting to hear from her at the press conference. You know, she really talked about how well she's been doing the last year, but also putting her nose in these races and wanting to run with the very best.
Yeah, I mean, the University of Arkansas grad has done great things. Ran World Cross Country.
We're going to hear from them now.
Doing the Peachtree road race. I've been doing this road race since I was in college. I just enjoy it so much. It's a really tough course.
I finished 6th in 2023, and I won it in 2024, and I wanted to come back to see whether I can defend my title.
I have been wanting to do Peachtree for a little bit. With having such a successful road season, I thought it would be a good time to do Peachtree, and it's awesome because it lines up too with like the 250th celebration of the USA. Anytime you toe the line, there's always going to be fear, but this year especially I've been working on being fearless in races.
Yeah, I think the difference in getting to the next level was definitely just a mindset of I belong on the start line with these top women and I'm going to compete for the win.
I think I have shown to myself that I can be one of the best Americans.
It's hot and hard and challenging, but it's just one of those iconic summer road races.
Yeah, everyone talks a little bit about the heat. They know the humidity is going to be here. Everybody prepares for it, but until you're in it, that's when you really feel it. Looks like on the women's side there, we went through in 5:32, and still everybody in there. We haven't talked about Jeplening Bujene. She is the one that came across that mat first. Sydney Vaught is in second. She's the one that we mentioned. This is her first 10K on the roads ever. Carrie Elwood, a phenomenal runner, won the 25K last year in an American record. Kind of someone that maybe is an underdog in a lot of races, but I know her coach, Andrew Castor, says she shouldn't be an underdog. She is one that we need to talk about.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just a matter of confidence and getting some reps in and doing well in those races. But the fact that the women are all still running together there, like the men, I think they've chosen to regard the heat and humidity index, and they're running a little bit more conservative. We know that they will pick things up as the race goes along, but right now, pretty comfortable pacing.
Well, we can see now they are getting into that third mile pretty soon here on the men's side. There are still 10 men in that race. Ed, I mean, Patrick Kiprop last year had company through the first 5K. He had people around him. But when you're the defending champion coming back into this race, what are you thinking right now when you have so many world-class athletes right around you?
Well, I think what he's realizing is the race is developing a little differently than it did last year. Last year, I think at this point he had just kind of bombed the downhills and had a little bit of a gap, and then it was just a matter of holding on to that gap. Now he's got there's 10 men in here who have run under 28 minutes for 10K on the road, so very talented, maybe a little bit deeper field than we've seen in the past.
And we're watching Mayor Dickens just go by. He runs this race every year. We'll hopefully get a little sound from him after, but good luck to you, Mayor Dickens. And I think we actually did catch up with Mayor Dickens. Yeah. So let's toss it down to Sharon Reed.
Here with the 61st Mayor of Atlanta, the Honorable Mayor Andre Dickens, in your second term. You look good, Mayor. Looks like you've been training.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, I'm just excited to be out here today. This is going to be a fun race. I'm really excited how many people are out here this year. This is going to be an outstanding day in America's history and in Atlanta's history.
I know last year and in other years you've said, look, I'm not trying to have a PR or set any kind of goal. I know your time last year was, I believe, 58 minutes, 17 seconds.
Oh, look at you.
How about this year?
Oh, this year, I'm taking it easy. I'm a second-term mayor. I don't have to improve on that last score. I need to stay hydrated, high five, shake hands, kiss babies, all that kind of stuff. But I'll do all right today. I'll do all right.
Peachtree Unites. That's the theme this year. It's the country's 250th birthday. Mayor, give us some words of wisdom. When you're the mayor of Atlanta, you're more than that. People look to you from all over the world. We've got people from 30 countries, 50 states here. What unified message can you give them?
Yeah, today is an inspiring day. 250 years of America's independence, and we're doing it at the same time we're celebrating the FIFA World Cup matches that are here in Atlanta, and we're running down iconic Peachtree Street. It doesn't get much better than that. And this race is the most inclusive. It's the largest race, but it's the most inclusive. You have wheelchair runners. You have these elite runners from around the world. We got your everyday track runner, and then you got people that are walking, jogging, and this is what it means to be American, to be inclusive, to be brought together, and to celebrate the red, white, and blue and celebrate each other. We're going to have neighbors on the sidelines high-fiving us, and we're going to have people running beside us, cheering us on. That's what it's all about, man. I'm just looking forward to the excitement and the energy, and Atlanta and America being the better for it.
Mayor, you make it look easy, this city, this administration. I mean, this is top shelf, but what really goes into this, and a brand new partnership with Northside Hospital.
Yeah, we're so thankful that Northside has come on. The Atlanta Track Club is just an amazing partner. And then all of our fire safety, our EMS, the Atlanta Fire Department and Atlanta Police Department, Grady, thank God for Grady, all of these sponsors, and then the people, everybody just looking out for one another. This is a group project. And then, you know, as you run down the Peachtree, you're going to notice that Atlanta DOT has paved these roads along with GDOT. So it's going to be a smoother run this year than you've ever seen before. Atlanta looks good. The world is watching, and everybody says Atlanta's the best city for the World Cup games. And then we got the 10K going on. It's great to be an ATLian right now.
All right, Mayor. Oh, what's that? Next year, you'll be with the elite runners.
That's right. Next year, I'll be with the elite runners.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. Andre Dickens, 61st Mayor of Atlanta. Back to you.
He was naming off everything that Atlanta's got going on. I love it.
The ultimate politician. And how awesome is that to have your mayor out there leading the charge in a race like that and being fit enough and having the time to actually get out there and keep himself in shape.
I really like that. I mean, I think that it just goes to show you that this city has a lot going on in Atlanta Track Club. From the kilometer kids, the little kids that were racing yesterday. There were 2-year-olds out there racing yesterday, and then there'll be athletes that are close to 100 years old today here racing the 10K.
Well, truly the eyes of the world are on Atlanta over this month, with the kind of culminating with this huge international race here at the Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race.
Well, we are looking at the men's side. Patrick Kiprop there up in the lead. Still the tall gentleman in the white and green. He's got Matata there still hanging on the right side with the red, white, and blue kit. And on the bottom we have Selah Jepleting Boujane still leading alongside Ziggy Gebrasalama. Ziggy Gebrasalama, I think, is the one that is sort of dictating the pace right now. But we are making our way through. The men are on that hill. They're on Hope Hill.
Yeah, they're looking good. And that men's pack is dwindling and now down to about 8. And again, we've seen the same guy doing the big work. Nicholas Courier up with Patrick Kiprop.
Yeah, the men will make their way up. The women are making their way too. There's big packs on both sides of these races. We're here at the Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race. We'll be right back with you right after this.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you. With personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute. Built to beat cancer.
Greatness doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of endless drive. The will to push beyond all limits. And then push beyond yourself. Find your drive at the BMW Ultimate Sales Event on now. Take advantage of exceptional offers on the BMW X3.
4th of July savings are at the Home Depot. It's game time, so trim it like Trey, set it like Seth, and sear it like Selena. Make every gathering one worth cheering for, with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot.
An hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But at Zaxby's, he's dunking all over these fools. Zax sauce, bang. Tongue torch, boom.
Welcome to Dunk City. I'm the mayor.
Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. No flight is just a flight. It's a new beginning.
Hi, nice to meet you.
A love story.
Will you marry me?
A launch pad. It's your next step.
How about some light? Thank you. You're gonna do great.
And at Delta, we're proud to help you take it.
I just started. So far, so good. Let's see where this goes.
You feel that? Yeah, that's energy. Early risers, late nighters. Dream chasers, day makers. You see, here, everybody's bringing it. Positive energy. Right here. And we're here for it.
Cancer. One small cell can change.
We're back here at the 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Junior. And you can see our men's pack is starting to dwindle just a little bit, Ed.
Yeah, down to 4. Again, Kip Ropp, our defending champion, the taller runner, and next to him, Nicholas Kip Career. He's been the guy, he's debuting here in the U.S. at 10K, but he's got super fast track speed, running 12:46 for 5K. He's the 4th man ranked in the world right now as road racer of the year. So the two, joined by Alex Matata. He's run 28:01 recently, but I believe that was an altitude mark. So very talented runners, but we're seeing a little bit of distance open up between our top 4.
And a name we haven't mentioned yet, Raphael Depache of Kenya. He is there in the back in that purple and lime kit. He is, you could just see him now, almost asking for a little bit of space. But he's more of a track runner. He hasn't been on the roads more than one time, and it was in 2024 at Herzogenaurach. That's the capital, or the headquarters of Adidas, who he runs for, and he also has been on the track. He's run 13:13 on the track, so he's more of maybe a 5K runner moving over to the road.
And that's always dangerous when all of a sudden you have a track guy who's running on the roads for the first time and doing battle against these guys. Sometimes the track guys are the guys to bet on. So Raphael Depache, also from Kenya, in that lead of pack of 4.
Well, Nicholas Kip Career coming off of 16th place at Boston, so he's definitely dropping down in distance, but he has the wheels. He's a 12:56 guy for the 5,000 meters. Anytime you're under 13 minutes, you're right there, and his PR on the track is 12:46, so he definitely has wheels.
And 21 minutes in, so about 6 minutes left of race. I think our winner's going to come from this pack of 4 because they're opening up a little bit of distance right there. And boy, Patrick Kip Ropp, having won here last year, and he's been on a roll. He won the Boulder 10K. He won the BAA 10K recently, so his confidence has to be at an all-time high.
I think it is. We talked to his coach yesterday, Laura Thweaton, and they kind of said they're not going to retire altogether from track. You don't want to say that in your second year of professional running, but he's really going into the roads. He's thinking about how he's going to run maybe over the marathon, which could happen in the next year. But he looked phenomenal running his first half marathon in Houston this year, running under 60 minutes. But I think that we're going to take a look here at the women's race as well. You know, the men are through the big hills. The women, They're right on it, and Ziggy Gebrselassie is the one in the lead right now.
And Ziggy's the one that we thought would be strong. She's only run 4 races so far this year, but she's finished first or second in all of them. She ran at the Houston half marathon, finishing second there. And then the mini 10K in New York City was second there as well. And again, she was a medalist at World Cross Country a few years ago, so she has a strength, and she's been at the lead of this pack, just kind of driving the pace the entire time.
Melkanet Wudu of Ethiopia as well is right behind her. She's not raced here in Atlanta before, but she did win the BAA 10K in 2024, so she's been over here to America. She knows the travel situation. That's something that, you know, for a young athlete is always hard at coming over to an international race.
Well, I think she's gaining confidence at her countrywoman. So both Wudu and Ziggy are from the country of Ethiopia, and sometimes to have someone from your same country running right there with you, you just gain confidence, and you have experience running against them.
Degefa there in the 3rd position. Just trying to get some names in here for you guys. Irene Cheptai, who has been here. Irene, she was second to Stacy Ndiwa in 2024, only by 1 second ahead. So for her to be in 4th position, she's lurking maybe, just remembering what it was like to get beat by only 1 second not too many years ago.
Well, you want to keep close, and if you have a kick, that's that ace up your sleeve in your back pocket. You're just waiting to lace that, and she's moving up there right now, just even as we speak.
Well, as we can see, we're looking head-on to both packs. They are starting to dwindle. The men have 4 in that lead pack, the women 5, but it looks like there's a little bit of space on the women's side between 4 and 5 as well.
Well, and that's when you would expect things to kind of crack, because they've just been going. They're going uphill again. They plunged down the first 3 miles. Now they're rising the second 3 miles, and that's where the work is really taking place. But really, 5 women there still in contention with Ziggy Gebrselassie leading this, and has been our leader pretty much ever since the grind started taking place, as they started going up the hill.
A little bit of an interesting strategy on the men's side. Patrick Kiprop was leading that pack of 3, and then Nicholas Kip Career, he was actually on the far side of the road, now moving back right behind him.
Again, knowing the course is such an advantage, and Kiprop, you know, he won this last year. He's running the tangents perfectly. Kip Career is trying to respond that, but I think each time they're making a subtle turn, Kiprop is able to pick up a little bit of distance, hugging the gradual turns as he's going by, getting excitement from the crowd as he goes, but he is going strong right now and trying to break Kip Career.
So Patrick Kiprop, last year's champion, the defending champion, followed by Nicholas Kip Career in second there. They're starting to pull away just a little bit from that pack. On the bottom of your screen, you see Ziggy Gebrselassie. She's been right up there, kind of sniffing the lead the entire race now. She's in demand.
Kiprop making that final turn. He's got 1,000 meters to go, about 2 minutes of running left, and he's feeling that gap opening up. Sometimes when you're kicking, you can feel the gap. Yeah, the footfalls of your competitors are going more and more in the distance, and so he is going hard right now. Just two minutes left of running.
So let's keep an eye on that clock. I think we're going to be a little outside of it, but the record is 27:04. It was set in 1996 by Joseph Kamani. I'm not quite sure we're going to get that today, but we've had a phenomenal race here. I really like how Patrick Kiprop has shown his confidence here again this year.
You know, he waited a little bit more than he did last year. Last year he went out really hard at the beginning. He waited for about the first 2 or 3 miles, and then he showed his strength now as he's driving for that finish line. He's got a nice gap. He's working on that gap with every stride.
Yeah, he looks good coming up this last little bump before it's all downhill. And, you know, last year it was a surprise for us. We were like, what is he doing? Yeah. We've seen him run so well at the collegiate level. Then last year, he hadn't even moved to Boulder yet, I don't believe, at this time. So now he's been in Boulder for a full year. He is a professional athlete under the 3-time Olympian, Dathan Ritzenheim. He knows he's definitely the guy to beat right now after winning 2 10Ks this year.
Yeah,
already.
he's just been Mr. 10K with the Boulder, winning Boulder, in Boulder, Colorado, winning the BAA 10K recently. He loves this distance. This distance is good for him, and his confidence is just so strong, and he's got that long, fluid stride, just very efficient as he goes. He's got great things ahead for him in the future. He's run a phenomenal half marathon earlier in the year as well, and just really strong. He's going to defend that title.
Here he is, everybody, the 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race champion for the second year in a row. This is Patrick Kiprop. What a day for him to celebrate here in Atlanta. We were so excited to have him back, but he is going to break that tape here as he finishes up again as the champion of the Peachtree Road Race. This is Patrick Kiprop, everybody, in his final kick. Look at him. He has that long stride. He can really drive it home, and he knows these two at the finish line.
Yeah, no, and it's great to see them again.
He's waving. He's celebrating. Here he is, everybody. Your defending champion now, again, the winner of the 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race.
Phenomenal race by Patrick Kiprop.
Nicholas Kip-Courier right there in second, following up in a tight finish.
Kip-Courier making his debut 10K in the U.S., and what a great one to come to. Looked like Matata. Was that Matata in third, I believe?
Raphael Ash got
okay.
Matata, but Matata, too, he went for it hard. He kept that pace on us in the early stages.
Such great talent here.
All five in the top five there from Kenya, as we're keeping our eye on everybody. Just scream down that last 300 or so meters. It's a fast last 300.
Yeah, Warku in sixth place.
And now we'll head back over to our women's race as we watch the men finish up here. But it is a three-woman race here. We can see Ziggy Gabriel-Salama is still in that lead, but Irene Cheptai, so good for so many years. She was great as a junior. She was on the track and in the cross-country world for many years. Now she's been moving on up to that marathon distance. We saw her in Boston as well.
And Irene was second here in 2022, so she's familiar with the courses.
She's been runner-up twice.
Oh, twice. Okay. So she knows this. She knows how to finish second. Let's see if she has learned and can turn that on. But she's going to have her work cut out for her because Ziggy is looking very good.
But, you got to put it up for Wodu as well. I mean, she's right there. I kind of like where she's at. She's watching what's going in front of her.
Yeah.
She hasn't really been the one to dictate the pace. She's just been on the shoulders.
Yeah, Wodu is the shorter of the three, and anytime you can just ride behind and gain confidence, that's a nice thing. Sometimes you're able to save just a little bit of energy. The question with her, of course, will be how familiar with the course is she going to be?
Yeah, Ziggy Gabriel-Salama, as I said, coming off of a great 10K just a couple weeks ago in New York, running against the fastest woman we've ever seen here on American soil. So she has that confidence coming in. Irene Cheptai, sixth at the Boston Marathon. Does she have that speed coming off of running a marathon? She's got less than 1,000 meters to go, and Wodu is still there.
That's always the question. And Cheptai, again, knowing the course, she took a little bit closer tangent right there.
Well, let me just tell you, Melknet Wodu is only 21 years old. She has been here in America and raced before, but not in Atlanta. She is following every move that Ziggy Gabriel-Salama is putting on right now.
We're used to seeing the Ethiopians sometimes having the better kicks, and certainly right now with Ziggy Gabriel-Salama is opening things up. But Wodu, right, her compatriot right behind her. I wouldn't call Irene Cheptai out of it yet, but there is a little bit of a gap opening up.
Well, Ziggy Gabriel-Salama looks very, very calm right now, but Wodu, that being young, she's very fast. She's run 14:36 on the track. Everybody, that is blazing fast. Irene Cheptai going wide, though. I think she's got something left in her.
I think she realizes this last long stretch is a little bit longer than sometimes you think. And when you make that turn, you see the finish line in the distance. Sometimes you can go too fast, too soon. But Cheptai now moving up, looking strong. And here we go with Wodu.
Melknet Wodu, Ziggy Gabriel-Salama, and that's Irene Cheptai, all right within distance to win the 2026 Peachtree Road Race. But it looks like Ziggy Gabriel-Salama is the one in the lead right now.
And they're just flying at this point in time. Look at the arm carriage and the turnover of the legs. Ziggy's gone to her arms very well, and in doing so, it looks like she's opened a slight lead over Wudu. Wudu hasn't given up, though.
Ziggy Gebrselassie is a silver medalist from World Cross Country Championships. You said it. If you can be good on the cross country courses, it transfers over to the roads. And she has definitely answered every call in this race. But so has Wudu. Wudu is the youngster, the 21-year-old. Can she come back to Ziggy Gebrselassie?
And Wudu is just tucked right in there. I think she's going to be content to wait for that finish line to appear and see if she has one last little burst.
Ziggy Gebrselassie can hear every step. She can hear every breath. She's putting on her final kick right now, but Wudu is answering every single call. Look at it.
Wudu sees the finish line. She has gone to another gear. She definitely had another gear. She is all out at this point in time.
That's Melknet, Wudu, Ziggy Gebrselassie trying to come back, both from Ethiopia. Who's going to crack the tape of the 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road
Gebrselassie
Race?
has answered. Passing her back up now.
Ziggy Gebrselassie is in the lead, and she looks like she is very strong right now, but Wudu is right on her heels. Here we go, everyone. Ziggy Gebrselassie looks to be the champion of the 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race.
Well, good for her. And what a nice battle we had there. You know, Gebrselassie was doing a lot of the work, and Wudu was just hanging behind. She's the younger of the two Ethiopian women. And I think Wudu thought, hey, I've got a shot at this. I'm going to take it. Gebrselassie, though, patient, and then sometimes it's patience followed by destruction. She had that last gear. She weathered the storm of Wudu, and then she came back and got her at the tape.
She sure did. I mean, to see the grit and the determination. Amanda, that race was one that will be in the record books for a long time. It was very tight and just neck and neck the entire way.
What an incredible finish. As an athlete who has been in tight finishes like that, there is nothing more nerve-wracking. But when you see someone make the move and you know that you have enough left to counter, that is the ultimate confidence boost.
For sure. We can see there Gladys Kamboka.
Well, and what, you know, when Gebrselassie, when she saw Wudu go by her, that had to be a little bit disconcerting, obviously. But she didn't panic. She hung in there. She waited. She measured her pace, and then she went strong at the end.
Such smart racing and such a strong, powerful move to put on at the end.
So, as we review the top 10, again, Gebrselassie, just a master class in racing, really. Let's see. So we have Gebrselassie followed by Wudu. Just a second differential between them. Irene Cheptai. And I think we're going to be looking at our top 10 results here shortly. Well, and again, we see the Ethiopians battling against the Kenyans. We see that often in the international side of things. Gebrselassie with a master class in just patience, followed by destruction. Nice sprint finish over Wudu in second place. Irene Cheptai, third place, just 8 seconds back. Mongari in fourth, and Diwa Stacy Diwa, strong race in fifth place. Two more Kenyans in sixth and seventh. Gela Degefa in eighth place from Ethiopia. And then our first American, Sydney Vaughn, with a strong finish for her. Anytime you're finishing the top 10 here, you get one of those crystal peaches. That's always very nice.
They're so beautiful.
Zeba in 10th place.
What an incredible day of racing. And here's winners of the women's division, all top three on the podium.
First, second, third, Gabrisalama, Voodoo, and Cheptai. And how fun is that for them? You know, having Voodoo's first race experience that she's had here in Atlanta, as well as Gabrisalama. Very nice racing, great sportsmanship, and we have such good people that we're able to share this whole experience with. What a wonderful day. And I think we got the men's results coming up here as well. Again.
All right, Ed. Yes, the men. We're seeing a repeat victory here. Patrick Kiprop up in the lead for the entire way there, 27-37, followed up by Nicholas Kipcareer. He was the guy that we talked about coming in. We thought he'd be the one to challenge.
We thought he was going to be strong. Rafael Dapash, we didn't talk a lot about him, but certainly he was right there in the thick things all the way. And then Alex Matata, very, very good race on his place. It was his debut international 10K. Worku ended up holding on, ended up running 28-10. DeWitt Siri in 7th place. Victor Shitsama in 9th, and Adam Lipschitz in 10th. Wesley Kuptu, there's our first American. A great story for him. Runner at Iowa State. Got his citizenship just earlier this year, so this was his first Peachtree race that he's run as an American. He's our top American, coming home in 28-40 in 12th place.
Yeah, Wesley Kuptu is the guy to watch. He won here in Atlanta the USATF Half Marathon Championships, which qualified for him for the World Road Championships next September in Copenhagen. But look at this, the masses, the crowds, the 55,000 plus are getting ready to run here, Ed.
Yeah, and things are heating up a little bit, so hopefully people will be conservative with their race. You know, the elites start in that first wave. They get to enjoy a little cooler temperature, and they certainly powered through, though, running fast times on a humid day.
Well, Amanda, this is the best part of the day, I think, with all those costumes and the characters that get ready to take off.
It is the most fun. This is the real 4th of July celebration.
Well, everybody, we have seen some amazing races up front. We are excited for all of the rest of the athletes to take off here at the Peachtree Road Race. We'll be right back.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you. With personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute. Built to beat cancer.
Greatness doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of endless drive. The will to push beyond all limits. And then push beyond yourself. Find your drive at the BMW Ultimate Sales Event on now. Take advantage of exceptional offers on the BMW X3.
4th of July savings are at the Home Depot. It's game time, so trim it like Trey, set it like Seth, and sear it like Selena. Make every gathering one worth cheering for, with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot.
Chicken Bacon Ranch, Zaxby's style. Chicken Bacon Ranch, whatever you want. Loaded fries, giant wraps, even quesadillas. A lot of folks make it. Zaxby's perfected it. Zaxby's Chicken Bacon Ranch. Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's. This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
In the Sweetwater world, we like to say, where there's water, there's Sweetwater. It's in our name, it's in our brews, and it's in our veins. Saving more lakes, more rivers, more oceans, because our brewers know you can't have great beer without clean water. So whether it's salt water, fresh water, backwater, or high water, jump on in. The water's fine. Because where there's water, there will always be Sweetwater.
I need a checking account that's free. No drama, just vibes.
Dude, just vibes won't replace a stolen phone. I'd rather pay a little and get more.
Sounds like Ameris has you both. For you, free checking. No monthly service fee, no minimum balance. All vibes. For you, benefits checking. Main character energy with a low monthly fee.
Benefits I'll actually use, unlike that $90 water bottle.
That's too much. Pick the account that fits how you bank. Ameris Bank. Fiercely yours.
And Izzy, what is her name? Hart. All right, everybody, we are back at the 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race. Oh my goodness, I am almost worn out. That elite race was something else, Ed and Amanda.
That was so cool. That was great. And sometimes we get these races where there's one runner out way in front, but to have that battle back and forth, particularly that women's race where you had 3 people in it right until the last really finish line. So cool.
It was really cool. And the wheelchair athletes just showed us who was boss again today.
Such dominant performances from both Tatiana McFadden and Daniel Romanchuk, now each with 9 wins on this course, which is just incredible.
I mean, we sort of thought those were going to be the 2 to beat today.
They're strong. They have a lot of experience on this course, obviously a lot of success on this course. So it's going to be a huge challenge to dethrone either of them.
Yeah, and I think with Patrick Kiprop, he was the defending champion coming in, and I think that we saw that there was confidence there. He really has taken to the roads, Ed, and he shows in the way he races. He's so calm, and he just gets after it right away.
Yeah, and again, the value of experience on a course, on a tight race like that, where Kip Career had not been there. This was Kip Career's debut 10K on American soil, so he was not familiar with the course. And that little difference, it was a subtle difference, but Kiprop at the end was able to extend those long legs of his to open up and get a nice win. And to be a defending champion like he was amazing.
Yeah, well, we're looking at all of these athletes now. We're going to have wave after wave after wave for many more hours today of seeing all of these athletes. But we're going to take a little bit of a look at what the elite race looked like. It was pretty much the same on both sides early in the race where we had packs on both sides. But let's see if we can see what happened here and replay it just a little bit. Amanda, why don't you take it away?
Men's wheelchair race off hard. And there's Daniel Romanchuk in the lead early on. He takes off super, super hard from the start line, as he usually does, but he is not alone. Down the hill, Daniel here. Aaron Pike comes up ahead for a little while, and Miguel Jimenez Vergara. Couple of people up there, but at the finish, Daniel Romanchuk all alone. And then on the women's side, here's Tatiana McFadden. You can see that sprint and speed power from the track, taking off hard from the finish, and there's nobody there. She had a 15-second gap in the first mile, and it grew and grew, and she was all alone across the finish.
Here's our men's elite, Ed.
Men's, we were expecting Patrick Kiprop, our defending champion, to come back strong, and he did just that. He waited. He was a little bit more patient this year. He knew that Kip Career was also very fast, and it was the 2 of them down to 4 then. But again, being patient, knowing the course, makes the final turn, and then it's a sprint, and he got those that extra long strides, opening up there at the finish, powering through 27:35 unofficially over Kip Career. Was Patrick Kiprop, defending champion, and looks so very good in beating Nicholas Kip Career.
And here's our women's race. This was maybe the tightest race out of all today.
Oh, it really was. When anytime you have three women that are gunning for that final win right at the end, you know it's been fun. Ziggy Gebrselassie from Ethiopia being very strong and really being the driving course through most of the race.
Right. She really did. She took it out hard. But Irene Cheptai finishing in third today, but on the shoulders, kind of keeping her presence known.
Yeah, and it was the young Ethiopian Welkna Wudu who waited patiently, ended up second place, but Ziggy Gebrselassie, super win for her. She was not daunted when Wudu took the lead from her late in the race. She came storming back at the finish to claim the first place.
Oh, that's what it's all about. All the way to the finish. You can see our top three women right here. What a phenomenal race. We are excited to throw it down to Sharon Reed, our fourth member of the broadcast team, with one of our other finishers from early on in this day today. Let's head on down to Sharon Reed.
Here with Hayden from Milton, who just crossed the finish line. Hayden, you ran in high school. This is your third time running the Peachtree Road Race, the Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race. How do you think it went?
I say it went excellent, perfect. Amazing day out here today at the Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race.
And you trained for this. As I said, you ran in high school. So how much went into the training? I know you said you just graduated from Georgia Tech master's program, right?
That's correct. Yeah, so a lot of training, about going on 11 years of running now. But yes, was D1 in college for my final year of undergraduate, and then spend the rest of my time coaching the running club. And so I mostly train about 50 to 70 miles a week. So a lot of cruise intervals, repeats, a couple strides, and then the most important part of training, the weekly long run.
Let's talk about the camaraderie. I mean, I saw you said it's a close-knit community, some of the runners from high school, just the Georgia guys, you said, stick together. Did you run with each other in a pack or no?
A lot of them I just saw out on the course. I got here pretty much last second, about 5 minutes before the start. So a lot of them, I saw them out there. I'm like, hey guys, what's up? How we doing? Let's go work together. Let's get after it.
And you told me that, and I don't know, how proud are you of your time?
I'd say I'm pretty proud. It was a good effort, especially on a day like today. It's a hot and muggy one for sure.
He did tell me that he was thinking next year he might, I don't know, maybe get with the really elite runners. What are the chances?
I'd say the chances are pretty good. I mean, I'll be training out in California coming up here pretty soon. So, hey, as long as I can get that flight back to Atlanta, then count me in.
Well, Hayden, congrats. Appreciate you very much. That's what it's all about, a sense of community here. You have elite runners, you have serious runners, you have runners who ran in high school and want to keep going and compete and do their best year after year with no need to apologize because they're just coming across the finish line, and this is what it's all about. Back to you guys.
Conversation that was. He was pumped about it.
Dude, he was a D1 runner.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't just a man from the crowd. He wants to come back and run with the elites.
Of Atlanta, mainly Peachtree Street. So excited to have someone here with us on stage that has been around for a long time. Linda Hart-Patton, you've been a volunteer here at Peachtree and other Atlanta events. Tell us a little bit about your time here at Peachtree.
Okay, well, it actually started when I was in college at Spelman. I needed volunteer hours as a part of my matriculation out, and my dad was a runner. And so my father would run, and my mom and I and my little brother would cheer him on and write the postcards and the posters and be out there cheering. And then one year, because of the service I needed, I said, you know what, I think I'll try volunteering. My mom said, well, if you do it, I'll do it. So my mother and I and my brother are out there. Well, once my brother got to middle school and started in track and field and started doing cross country, he would run with my dad, and then my mom and I would pass out T-shirts. So it's been over 38 years that I've been doing it now. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
So you mentioned the T-shirt. We were hoping that we could wear one today, but no, we're not allowed.
Oh, no, not allowed. To be very honest, I don't even know what it looks like myself. So I will be surprised when I go over there and I hand out the T-shirt to see what it looks like.
It's a pretty big deal, isn't it?
It's a very big deal. It's a very big deal. And every year someone will ask, well, can I get a T-shirt? If you have registered and you've run the race. Absolutely.
Do you guys still have your T-shirts?
I've got T-shirts from years past.
There you go.
We still did T-shirts back in 1991 when I won this thing. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I wear it proudly.
As you should.
The ones that the moths haven't eaten. Well, it would be nice to get a new shirt, but you know what? I didn't deserve. I ran on Peachtree for about 4 miles yesterday, but I didn't do the whole race, so I'm not going to ask for a shirt.
Thank you. Thank you.
Linda, this city is hopping right now. You have so many cool events going on, but you know, even though we have the World Cup coming here, I mean, I think a lot of people really wanted to come and watch the Peachtree Road Race. I mean, what does it mean to you?
For me, it's such an Atlanta tradition, and it's one that's steeped in legacy. So you have a lot of families that do this together, like my family did, especially when you've been volunteering as long as I have. You have a lot of the same volunteers that come year after year, and then they're bringing their new members. So when my son was born, I had my son out here before he was a year, and we had him on a backpack. So he's been doing it ever since. He's over there right now, and hopefully he's holding it down. So
that is amazing. 38 years. Well, thank you so much for all that you do, and if you can sneak a T-shirt or two.
You know, I wish I could, but I can't.
I just want to see it. Has anybody walked by?
You know,
wearing
I
it?
see some folks walking by.
Okay.
I have to ask them to hold it up.
Yeah, we will for sure.
I mean, we can show it on the camera.
There you go.
Well, Linda Hart-Patton, thank you so much for everything you do for the running community and for promoting health and wellness here in Atlanta.
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Happy 4th, everybody.
Yeah, go have some fun.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Wow, 38 years of being here on the 4th of July. That's pretty.
That's great.
That's pretty spectacular.
So she actually was here when I won in 91.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, this is the 57th running, so
Yeah.
she's been here more than
I
half of it.
wasn't here for the first one, Karen. Come on now.
I mean, I'm not saying anything. But here we go. I mean, people are finishing now, Amanda. This is where we didn't just see the elites now finishing. Now we're actually seeing lots of athletes come across that line.
And it's just going to be a steady stream of people for the next few hours crossing the finish line, running those 6.2 miles down at Peachtree.
I noticed they were shooting a water spray about.
Yeah, they do all kinds of things. It's been a fun weekend altogether. Let's take a look at what else we've had going on over the course of the last few days. Lots of musical performances. Here we go. Check this out. DMC was in the house last night. Run DMC. Look at this. We know him with the 3 stripes on all the time, but they couldn't help. They need to get him back here, and he did a great job with the fireworks. I could hear him last night.
Yeah, right outside the hotel room. That was
hotel room.
amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, right over Lenox Square there. It was popping down there.
Great way to celebrate a 250th birthday of our dear country.
That's right.
And it was an incredible show. I think it went on for like 40 minutes.
It did. Yep. I mean, Run DMC, he can still work it. He can still work that stage. And then the expo. The expo had so many cool vendors in there. It was very, very busy, though, yesterday. So, yeah, this was a fun week. We call it a weekend. I guess it was a Thursday through Saturday, 2nd through the 4th. Every year here in Atlanta, it's always a big party. And here we could see it. Happy birthday. Happy 250th.
Yeah, and let's talk about all those positive enablers that make things happen, supporting those runners that are out on the course. It's not just the 55,000 runners.
Yeah, and look at you talking about that right now. I mean, we can register already for next year's Peachtree. Check it out. For 1 week, it will be open. Register by July 11th. You'll have a guaranteed entry, and you can skip the lottery for 2027. So get your registration in. Use that QR code. You can register for the 2027 Peachtree, and they have a new race where they run the race backwards. It's called the Polar Opposite Peachtree. So do that bundle. Get out here.
There we go. I like that. And if we're going to get that shirt, Carrie, we got to run the race. So,
yes.
Maybe in the future. I kind of like this gig, though, too.
I like
this is kind of fun
as well. Yeah. But check it out. Head on over to atlantatrackclub.org. You can do this.
But what
July 11th.
Yeah, but what a great goal though to set for yourself for now. You set the goal now if you're not a runner, and then by next year you're in shape to run it. So
I know, and we're going to keep this up just for a second longer because you can use.
If you're running for a cause, if you raise money, if you're bringing awareness of a local community organization.
I like the way you move. It's true, it's you. I like the way you move. I like the way you move.
Loves here in Atlanta?
it doesn't get that cold, does it?
I think it does. Well, this is amazing. I just love this part of the race. I love seeing everybody in their red, white, and blue. So many different characters running. And, you know, it is something that Atlanta Track Club takes very seriously, the training that goes into this day.
Yeah, and all the goodies that are awaiting for you as you cross that line. Not only the T-shirt, but I saw bananas. I saw, it was a beer.
I think they do get a beer at the
got
finish
a beer
line.
at the finish line.
You have to be 21 or older, obviously.
What a great way to celebrate at 7:40 in the morning. But, you know, so many great sponsors helping this whole thing come off.
Yeah, we are so excited to be able to welcome thousands and thousands more. But we're going to just take a quick break here, and we'll be right back after this.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you. With personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute. Built to beat cancer.
You feel that? Yeah, that's energy. Early risers, late nighters. Dream chasers, day makers. You see here, everybody's bringing it. Positive energy. Right here. And we're here for it.
This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
In the Sweetwater world, we like to say, where there's water, there's Sweetwater. It's in our name, it's in our brews, and it's in our veins. Saving more lakes, more rivers, more oceans, because our brewers know you can't have great beer without clean water. So whether it's salt water, fresh water, backwater, or high water, jump on in. The water's fine. Because where there's water, there will always be Sweetwater.
I need a checking account that's free. No drama, just vibes.
Dude, just vibes won't replace a stolen phone. I'd rather pay a little and get more.
Sounds like Ameris has you both. For you, free checking. No monthly service fee, no minimum balance. All vibes. For you, benefits checking. Main character energy with a low monthly fee.
Benefits I'll actually use, unlike that $90 water bottle.
That's too much. Pick the account that fits how you bank. Ameris Bank. Fiercely yours.
Cancer. One small.
Well, welcome back to the 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race, where Peachtree unites. That is the motto this year. This is such an iconic race. It is so much fun. We stay up towards the start line by Lenox Mall when we're here, and the massive amount of people that come to this race from all over the world is something special. You can see it. So many different athletes here, from elites to young runners to older runners to runners that have never run 10K before in their lives, to some that have run almost every single one of them.
Yeah, and you know what? What a great entry event into the sport if you're just getting going. You don't start with a marathon. You don't usually start with a half marathon, but a 5K or a 10K is a nice entry level in, and certainly we see, 55,000 plus people who have made that decision. And then such a good thing to start a race like this in waves. Otherwise you get so much congestion going on, and so we're going to continue to see waves throughout the morning starting, and obviously these later waves will be contending a little bit more with the heat and humidity, but so far, at least sitting here at the finish line here in the meadow at Piedmont Park, feels comfortable for a 4th of July in Atlanta. But again, these people need to make sure that they're pacing themselves and taking hydration and doing all the things necessary.
Yeah, they look like they're having a blast right now. You can see lots of people throwing their hands in the air like they just don't care. They're partying, that's for sure.
A lot of red, white, and blue shorts out there as well.
No. Yeah, that's not a Where's Waldo shirt. That's a celebrating the July 4th. But yeah, we're going to take a look at the course map. Let's go check it out. We're going to start up by Lenox Mall. Ed, take it away a little bit.
Yeah, this is the kind of course that I like, because it's hard to get lost on it, because you're running on Peachtree Road for most of the time, right? And that start, they have controlled starts, and that first mile is just downhill. The first 3 miles of this is a 413-foot descent, and so it's a nice and controlled start. We saw our elites kind of be a little more conservative this year than last year, but they were still going out pretty well. Sometimes they're running under 420 pace for the first 3 miles. Then we hit the 3-mile mark. Used to be called Cardiac Hill, but we're calling it Hope Hill now.
It was renamed Hope Hill last year to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Shepherd Center, which is one of the top spinal cord injury rehab hospitals at the bottom of the hill. But you climb and you climb and you climb all the way through mile 3, all the way through mile 4, flattens out a little bit, hit mile 5, and partway through you make that one left turn onto 10th Street. It's 1,000 meters. You cross the 6-mile mark, and then you head straight downhill, screaming into the finish line.
It is such a fun course, and you said it, Ed. There's not a lot of turns. There's one turn, and that turn is with 1,000 meters to go, so you know when to start your kick on this course.
You make that turn and you're happy, because it's downhill, and then all of a sudden there's a little rise again to wake you back up, and then it's a sprint finish to the finish, and then you get a finish in this Piedmont Park in this beautiful meadow.
Yeah, and now Sharon Reed has some finishers, I think, to hear from them. Let's bring it down to Sharon at the finish line. I'm sure a lot of people are happy to see her.
Here with Savannah and Laura. You've been doing this a number of years. Tell me how many for each of you.
This is my 5th year.
And this is my 7th.
And you've earned that Sweetwater beer, haven't you?
I'm looking forward to this. This was the reason to finish.
I noticed that I saw both of you interacting with just a bunch of people. I know you trained a little bit together. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia has a great, especially Atlanta area, has a great running community, and we all can meet together. We all have ambitious goals, and it's nice to have people like Savannah to train with, especially when you have these hard, long runs, and I look forward to it for sure.
Some people say, I don't get it. Maybe they've never been to the Peachtree Road Race. They didn't grow up in Atlanta. Explain to people who've never done it before what this sense of accomplishment is.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't do it growing up. I grew up here, but I started doing it after I moved back, and it's such a sense of camaraderie. It's like a big high school reunion, honestly. You get to see everyone you know, and it's just such a fun vibe running through the city, running up those hills, and you're all kind of suffering together, and that's the treat.
Where the hill, we know which hill it is. The name has changed now, Hope Hill, I believe. Is that every year? Do you dread it? Do you lean into it?
You know, it always kind of like shocks me, doesn't it? Like I forget how hard it is. I'm like, whoa, I should know this. This is my 7th year, but wow. But I think, to be honest, the 5th hill is the most challenging because you get this hard hill and then this little dip, and then you climb again, and everyone thinks you have no more, hills. You actually have another hill to climb for the 5th mile. So the key is get through that 5th mile, and 6th mile is a nice downhill.
You've earned it by then. I know you said that you think you got a personal record. How about you, Savannah?
This is my best Peachtree time by a minute, so I'm very happy. Yeah.
Yep, it's my best Peachtree time by 3 seconds.
Peachtree Unites is this year's theme, and so I'll take you ladies out on this one. What does it mean? It's the country's 250th birthday. Everybody's here together, all walks of life, 50 states, 30 countries. What does it mean to be together today?
It's just so special. There's just really nothing like it outside of like those big city marathons. Like, you're just together, it's community, it's that wonderful holiday feeling, and yeah, I just love this race.
Yes, I agree. It's like get together, suffer together, and then celebrate together. So, yay, USA.
And how good is that Sweetwater beer going to taste?
I'm ready for it right now.
She's cracking it open. Back to you guys.
Thank you.
How fun. Good job, Savannah and Linda. Like, that's so cool. They both got a PR.
Yeah. Any PR. I mean, the one by almost a minute, the other by 3 seconds, but it's still a PR.
It is.
So
celebrate that day. Amanda, being able to be at the finish line and be able to be alongside your training partners, you are so close with your training partners. What do you think they're going to do now after? Just celebrate like crazy?
Oh, definitely. And then maybe a nap. That was always what I look forward to the most after a race, were some pancakes. And a nap.
Okay. Well, this feels a little bit better down here right now. I mean, when we started the broadcast, it was very humid. And Amanda, I think the weather woman and you came out and you said that the humidity was going to burn off a little bit. It does feel a little bit less soupy down here.
It does, and it's a little bit overcast, and I think that's helping a lot. I remember sitting out here with the bright sunshine shining in our faces, and it gets so hot in the sun in Atlanta in July. So I really think that some of that cloud coverage is helping keeping it a little bit cooler today.
Yeah, and people around here look pretty good. I mean,
they really do.
Oh, I see the shirt too. They're bright yellow. But yeah, here right now we are at 75 degrees, so we are going up in temperature. It says it feels like 82 degrees, so it is a thick day. It is a hot day, but the athletes, like I said, looking pretty good, as we can see.
Yeah,
what the forecast looks throughout the day.
It's only gone up 5 degrees since the elite started. A little before 7 o'clock, so that's actually pretty good. But again, it's going to be a warm one, so people need to be pacing themselves adequately. And but those that have finished are certainly comfortable here, enjoying the camaraderie. I loved what you said. It's a get-together, and then we suffer together, and then we celebrate together. And we're here in the meadow where a lot of that celebration is taking place.
Yeah, they might have a new motto next year with something there. Peachtree Unites is what they have this year.
Right, I love that.
Yeah, suffer together, celebrate together.
Exactly.
That's great.
And the meadow's really starting to get crowded. It was so empty when we got out here this morning.
Yeah.
And we saw the first couple of people trickle in as finishers started, but now the party is starting.
It really has. So what happens is they are all finishing, as we can see on your screen here, and then they continue to walk through. They get that Delta cooling towel, and they get their Sweetwater beer, and then they get some other goodies, and then they come into the meadow, and this is really where the party is. There's still some, like we have the Adidas tents, and we have other things that you can go and look at, but this is really where people kind of commemorate their race, and they talk about all the fun that they had out there, maybe the Sufferfest that they went through.
Yeah, this is the reunion, and then you're looking for your friends, and they have places you can go according to your last names and whatnot.
And that woman right here at the start line dancing, she was volunteering yesterday at Peachtree Junior. She was out there all day yesterday. We had over 3,000 youth out there running, and she was just like that all day yesterday as well. So, yeah, people are excited to be getting going. There's selfies. There's cheering on, and they are going to get after it here. Another wave.
We had a young man there, must have been 12 years of age, out getting it done.
I love it. I think it really does show you that this race becomes a family tradition. People fly in from all over the world. They said 50 countries or 50
all 50 states.
50 states, 30 countries are all represented here. That's amazing.
And I've talked to so many people who make this a tradition year after year, and they come and they run with friends and they run with family, and it just becomes a part of their July 4th.
Well, we're going to see what Peachtree is all about here. Look at this, Ed.
Yeah.
It is the world's largest 10K.
Yeah, I love that. They're saying over 52,750 entries. With my naked eye, I think it was closer to 55,000. But and the youngest participant, 11 years old, that might have been the young man we just saw taking off. Oldest male participant, though, 98 years young, Christopher McFadden. Good for him. And Christine Beard at 95. So great things happening. All 50 states represented. So people coming from around the country, certainly. And I know that for us, I competed at Peachtree, I think, 10 times. Amanda, didn't you say you competed here 13 times? So it's not just a one and done. You'd like to come back because it's such a great experience.
Yeah, I think it's amazing to see that 98-year-old is running against an 11-year-old. It's pretty cool. Well, I like how you can see some of these athletes getting off the line. They're very excited, but they are definitely staying well within themselves. They need to on a day like this. Every single day when we're here in Atlanta, Rich Cannon, his entire staff is telling everyone to just have fun out there. Yes, there are times where we go out and try to set personal records, personal bests, but on a hot, humid day like today, they do kind of caution it and maybe just take it a little bit easier at the start.
I'm seeing a lot of people with water in their hands as we're starting the race, and at this wave of the race, many of these people are running and walking combinations, so they're going to be out there a little bit longer, over an hour at time, and so they also have obviously cooling stations and water stops along the way. So the main thing is they're having a good time and they're going out with friends and family, and like I say, 55,000 of their closest friends.
There's some cool face tattoos happening. I saw a lot of those yesterday. That's like glitter on the face. There's cool headbands. We're gonna see probably some more Betsy Rosses and Uncle Sam's along the way.
Getting into some more costumes here. I just saw a couple of pretty sweet Team USA World Cup jerseys as well running.
Of course. You got to rock that World Cup soccer uniform. Again, Atlanta has hosted, I believe it'll be 8 World Cup matches by the time they get done. And they're into the knockout portion now. So
we got to interview Bev Carey yesterday, who is the director of FIFA here in Atlanta. What an awesome role she has.
Yeah, I think she was the FIFA host city director. So many cool things going on. And
she's a runner. She's a member of the Atlanta Track Club.
Yeah, and she said that a lot of the skills that she had learned as a runner were helping her multitask the awesome job that she had with the World Cup here. So
she did say she wasn't going to run today. She is a little bit busy this year.
Very much so.
So. She said she didn't have much time to get runs in, but that really lets her clear her mind.
I have watched more soccer in the last month than probably the last 4 years combined, but that's kind of how I am every World Cup. And what an amazing opportunity it is for the city of Atlanta to host so many matches.
Yeah, and there were some people wondering how loud the crowds would be. We're going to get to talk to some of our elite athletes here soon, but I wonder if some of those crazy soccer fans came on out and got excited for our runners today.
No doubt.
Amanda, are you a big soccer fan?
I am, and my partner Jeremy's a huge soccer fan, so I, like Ed, have watched more soccer in the past month than I think I have in my entire life. We're averaging 2 games a day in my house.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Team USA is still getting it done.
Yeah.
Knockout round, so that's exciting.
Yeah. Well, I'm super pumped because, Amanda, right next to you, we have a guy that won his 9th Peachtree Road Race. Let's bring in Daniel Romanchuk. Daniel, you crushed it again.
Thank you.
Daniel, tell us a little bit about the race today.
Today was I think I was expecting it to be a little bit warmer than it is, thankfully. So I was ready for that. But really just thankful to be here, and really doesn't feel like the 4th without being here at the Peachtree Road Race, and really just amazing to be here.
Yeah, Amanda, you probably know everything that was going through Daniel's mind. So why don't you take this interview and ask him your questions?
So, Daniel, I always call you my man with the plan. So tell me about the plan today. Were you going for the course record?
I was not planning for the course record specifically today. Usually with this race, I'm kind of see what happens throughout the first flat and then into the downhill. Usually I'm gonna fall back a few places, and usually just try and regain that ground on the uphills, and hopefully be able to keep it afterwards.
Well, you did great. You've had a really good spring season so far after a pretty tough fall season last year with a pretty serious injury and some time out of your chair. How are you feeling? Do you feel back to 100%?
I think really just kind of taking the season one race at a time, and but absolutely thankful to God for the opportunity to even be back on a race start line. It's just great.
Well, you look strong. You look great. What's coming up next for you?
Next will be I'll be at the Hartford Nationals in Grand Rapids with my nonprofit Wheels for Change, doing some educational sessions.
One of the things that I love the most about you is all that you do giving back to the community and to kids, and it's going to be so exciting to see you in Grand Rapids in just a couple of weeks. Oh, next week. Coming up soon.
Hey, Daniel, we're going to get to watch your race here, a little bit of a replay. You probably haven't seen it yet, but we're going to air it here for you. Can you walk us through a little bit about what was going through your mind off the tape here, off the start line, and then throughout the race?
Off the start, I saw that the road narrowed in a little bit, so I wanted to kind of just draw out the pack a little bit, and so that everyone had space to collapse in, and then going down the hill really. Is just kind of watching the speed and knowing what speed is, can you productively push at, and when is it best to just hunker down into an aero position.
Number 9, Daniel. We can't wait to see number 10. Best of luck to you to the rest of the summer and next year.
Thank you.
Daniel Romanchuk, everybody.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, can you imagine, Ed? I mean, I love getting to say that you both have won one time,
Right.
but 9 times. But let's take a quick listen to Sharon Reed down at the finish line, checking in with some of our finishers. Sharon?
Nice run, it looks like.
I'm here with Kwani, Bella, Jay, and Kwani's hype team here. You said, we'll start with you, Kwani. You said you came all the way from Florida for that peach.
Yes, I did. Travel from Miramar, Florida.
Okay. And you're part of a running club?
Yes, shout out to Miramar Run Club. Woo!
And you were saying this is your first time doing the Peachtree Road Race, the Northside Peachtree Road Race. What made you say, you know what, I got to experience Atlanta and this annual tradition?
So around this time, I always see people on Instagram and Facebook talking about Peachtree. So I said, I got to get out here. So I'm here.
And do you travel with the hype man everywhere you go?
This is Jeff. Yep, my hype man.
So good.
Good work, Jeff. Okay, Bella and Dr. J, who, by the way, does sports medicine. I said, get your cool down done because there's plenty of people here who are going to need you, Dr. J. How many times have you run, Bella?
I think this is either 10 or 11.
About 25.
Oh, who's counting, right? And how do you feel about the weather today? Because it really cooperated. It actually, I've heard people say, feels good out there.
Thank goodness it was great. Yes, it's definitely hot, but definitely better than other years where it's sweltering.
I run almost every day, and today was cooler than it's been the last week.
And today you earned the coveted T-shirt.
That's right. That's right.
And is that why you do it? Is that a big part of it, that and the peaches?
Definitely that and the peaches. I have all the Peachtree shirts in a whole stack in my closet.
And Bella, will you do it again? Make this perhaps an annual tradition?
Maybe not annual, but I'll definitely be out here again to get another peach.
So there you have it. People from all over, all walks of life. You're from Johns Creek, right? Yes. Okay, so you have Georgians, Atlantans, everybody coming together. Miramar, Florida, she gave the shout out to, and many more people who are just here for a sense of community. Back to you guys.
Coca-Cola. Sorry about that.
How much fun is Sharon having? I love it.
That is so fun.
Well, we have another fun guest on our stage here. Let's bring up Tatiana McFadden. Tatiana, you won number 9 today as well.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You looked absolutely amazing out there, and you were off that start line like a rocket. Tell me about your race plan today.
My race plan was just to really start from the beginning a little bit faster. Just kind of knowing the pattern of the wheelchair racers this season. It's really about going off the gun and pushing hard for 3 miles as fast as we can. And it's been quite a season this year, going from track back to road and then track. So pretty happy with today's performance. And it's such a great way to celebrate 4th of July. And this race is so unique because I love the partnership with 2 hospitals, with Shepherd Center, with Northside. I think it's so important to show patients what's possible and to see people out here racing the 4th.
The women's field has been getting so competitive over the past couple of years, and I love watching how fast everyone is going.
Yes.
But you made your first Paralympic team in 2004,
No.
still winning races today. What is the secret to having such a long and strong career?
I think being patient, accepting change, and learning to evolve with the sport. I've had so much change with training and technique and seating position and rest and diet, and you just have to keep up with it, and I love it. It's hard, especially as you get older, but I'm still really enjoying the process.
Well, you looked absolutely amazing. We're going to see some highlights from your race up on the screen in just a minute. If you can walk us through how you felt off the start. So the horn goes, and those first couple pushes, you are gone.
Yes, that was my goal, was to be gone, so I didn't have to have anyone draft me.
Do you feel like your sprint speed and all of the training and work you've been doing on the track has helped with that?
Absolutely. Training for the track season, I added a 5K this year, and transitioning from that back to marathons, back to here, has definitely helped off the finish line, and definitely has helped me off the first 3 miles. And this race is perfect because I'm doing the Sydney Marathon in late August, so it was a great practice with the hills, the up and down, and I was really proud going downhill today. It hit over 30, so that was good. Can work on a little bit more of the climbing, but overall very pleased today.
Well, you looked great. That was a perfect warm-up for Sydney. And then up on the horizon after that, LA 28.
Yes, girl. LA 28. I'm so excited. The games originated in Athens, and I feel like I'm just going to be coming back home in LA 28. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to making history, 1 medal away from winning the most track and field medals ever on the Olympic and Paralympic side. So hopefully more, but I'm very excited to have a home game.
Hopefully. And such a cool opportunity to do that on home soil as well.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Tatiana.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Fantastic.
We'll see you next year again.
Yes. Count on it.
Well, Tatiana McFadden, everybody, our 2026 Peachtree wheelchair champion. It was interesting, as she said, in 2004, when she ran her first Paralympic Games, the signs in Athens said, "Welcome home." And now for her to go to 2028, we're not saying she's retiring after that, but for her to be here in a different welcome home, that's pretty cool.
Full circle.
Yeah. Well, some great athletes here. Toeing the line now again. We've seen almost 30,000 runners take off already today. We're going to see many, many more. Hey, stay with us here at the 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race. We'll be right back.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you. With personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
Greatness doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of endless drive. The will to push beyond all limits. And then push beyond yourself. Find your drive at the BMW Ultimate Sales Event on now. Take advantage of exceptional offers on the BMW X3.
No flight is just a flight. It's a new beginning.
Hi, nice to meet you.
A love story.
Will you marry me?
A launch pad. It's your next step.
How about some light? Thank you. You're gonna do great.
And at Delta, we're proud to help you take it.
I just started. So far, so good. Let's see where this goes.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Peachtree Road Race. I'm Carrie Tollefson alongside Ed Stone and Amanda McGrory here at the desk. Sharon Reed is out on our doing sideline reporting, and we are thrilled to be here. It's been pretty nice. Let's take a little bit of a look at our weather. 76 degrees. It feels like 83, so it's starting to heat up a little bit. The dew point, it's been pretty humid. 85% in here, it says now, but it was more humid when we started.
Yeah, I think we dodged the bullet a little bit. We had a really cleansing shower last night with the rain just released, and I think that may have cooled the temperatures. And then, as has been said, we have some high clouds today that is keeping the direct sun off of us and off of the runners a little bit. And so even though it is warm, it's not as piercing as I think we've had some years here.
Yeah, the last couple of days has been very hot here.
Yep.
The sun, though, has been out pretty bright, and now we have some cloud cover, which I think is definitely helping the athletes today, Amanda. Definitely a little bit cooler than it has been in years past, but still, don't let it fool you. Right. It's still hot. It's still humid. You've got to stay hydrated and wear your sunscreen. I always think that the humidity is silent but violent, like we don't realize that we're that warm until maybe halfway through. So think about that coming into the race. If you are part of the 20,000 that are still getting ready to go, make sure you're taking sips of water, maybe pouring something on your back or on your hair before you start. You're going to get this nice cooling towel when you finish, but that might be smart to take one in the early stages.
And as we watch people walking around here in the meadow, I think most have followed the advice, have been a little bit more conservative, because I don't see anyone in real distress like we've seen some years here. So kudos to them, and I think the word gets out that this is a great celebration, and so pace yourself adequately. And also, the more fit you are, I think the less sometimes the conditions affect you. So maybe people are coming in a little bit better prepared in these events.
Yeah, Atlanta Track Club does so much here in Atlanta for all kinds of athletes. And we get to see a little bit about what the 2026 Triple Peach is all about.
Oh wow, nice to meet ya. It's your lucky damn cash in the meter. Picture perfect, I'm the real Mona Lisa. I ain't stopping till I move you like a preacher. Make you a believer. Oh right. Go on, go off, get right. Show off with that King Kong style. Go on, go off, go wild, 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 wild.
You got to love a good race series.
Yeah. Let's get all three. Be a triple peacher.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
I love it. And they kind of hit all the good times of the year, like the start of the summer, then they get Thanksgiving, then they get the spring. I mean, they have so many races, so there's always a race at Atlanta Track Club.
pretty much can provide for someone, but those are some big ones, and it's called the Triple Peach.
Triple Peach, Atlanta Track Club, 40,000 plus members, right?
Yeah.
Second largest.
One of the
running
biggest
club
in America.
Yeah.
In the world.
So great. Awesome. And to put on an event like this every year and so many other events. What a work of labor of love.
Yes.
And a great service for the community.
Well, it's funny how you can see the staff at Atlanta Track Club, you know, they do so much, but they are doing everything they have to. They're putting signs up, they're moving cones, they're doing all of it, you know, behind the scenes along with all these volunteers. So really, really cool organization and just really great for the city. Oh, I am excited for this next interview that Sharon Reed gets to do. I'm a little bit jealous, actually, but I don't know if I'd like to be the person doing what they're doing. Let's head on down to Sharon.
Here at the Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race, you see, well, everything. People from everywhere, all walks of life, 30 countries, 50 states, and somebody trying to, I think, break a world record, at least in training for it. This is Matt Valores. I'd be so annoyed with me right now. Matt, how long have you been at it and why? That's what people want to know.
I've been at it for about 8 minutes, and we're doing 2 hours and 50 minutes today for America's 250th birthday. And if your why is big enough, then your how is easy. And I love raising money for Kilometer Kids and just such an amazing charity. Going to the University of Georgia, I played to the Atlanta Marathon, raise money for Kilometer Kids as well, and it's just such a great organization. How could you not want to raise money for them? And I just want to say all glory to God. None of this is possible without him, and I'm just sitting here trying to be a light in the world.
Love what you're doing. Love what you're talking about. We just have about 49 more questions for you, if that's okay, Matt. Tell us about how you have to train your mind, because the body's one thing, but if you're doing this for hours and hours, I mean, it was punishment for me in grade school, but for you, I mean, this is what you chose.
I mean, it was punishment for me as well in grade school, but it's more so distracting your mind and getting your mind off things. And I mean, I like to listen to podcasts and different things to distract my mind, and that's just, I mean, it's 95% mental, and then your body just gets used to it if you're consistent. So that's all it is.
And what's it going to take to break the world record, Matt?
A lot more training sessions like this. It's going to be great. I mean, it's not going to feel like 2 hours, 50 minutes just because of the heat today. I mean, I'm already sweating. It's going to feel a lot longer. So just another consistent, 6 months or so, and I'll feel ready for the record. I'm excited for the process.
And how can people follow your journey? I guess you probably post it on social media, maybe even do a blog.
Yeah, so I'm Matt.Planks on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll be starting YouTube here soon.
All right. Matt Valores, as he tries to, well, he's training to break the Guinness World Record. Hey, good luck. Wouldn't want to be you, but we're proud to see the effort. Back to you guys.
Oh, my goodness. 250 minutes of planking for 250 years of America.
Okay, there we go.
That is wild. Well, more power to Matt. Go follow him. Matt.Planks, I believe he said. Very cool. But what else is very cool on this stage right now is we have two-time champion Patrick Kiprop. Patrick, you were the defending champion coming into this race, and today you crossed the tape in first. Tell us about your day.
Yeah, today I just came here to defend my title. I wanted just to come here and win it, get the win and defend it from last year.
Yeah. Last year you took it out really hard, and you were surrounded by people, but we could tell you were in command of that race. Today you had a little bit more company. Were you nervous?
Yeah, of course I was nervous, but I knew I'm strong this year. It's from last year. I wasn't last year I wasn't expecting much from the race, but this year I knew I have to do something. I had a chip on my shoulders to defend the title, and from it's been an year, so I've become strong, smarter than last year. I've become older than last year, so yeah.
Ed, I mean, we know he trains in Boulder. He trains at altitude. Right. You won this race before. This is a pretty small but elite field that he's in of being a defending champion and now a two-time champion.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how much do you think that knowing the course, having won it last year, helped towards the end when you still had Kip Career right there with you? Was that helpful?
Yeah, knowing the course is something nice. I knew after the first 5K, the hill was coming, and
here we see you running. What was going through your mind right here at this point in the time when you still had 5 guys with you?
I think at some point I looked back and I saw we were 4 guys, and I'm like, okay, man, this is gonna be tough towards the end. But I think almost 1K to go, I start opening a gap between me and Nicholas, so I knew I had this one in the bag.
Yeah, to me it looked like you were very competitive, very excited, and knew that you were a good downhill runner, and you were just kind of waiting for that. Has that always been one of your strengths?
Yeah, my strength is always to run downhill so hard. I'm not that good in climbing, but I always make sure I run hard downhill.
Yeah.
We saw that you were celebrating before you cracked the tape. You were waving to the crowd a little bit. What was that moment like for you?
It feels nice. It's always nice to have people cheering for you on the course, and I was like, let me show some appreciation to them,
Yeah. Well, Patrick Kiprop, last year you were a new name at the professional level. This year you cemented that name in history. Congratulations. We're so excited for you and look forward to see what maybe 26.2 does for you. That might be next on your resume. We'll see. We're not rushing you, but we'll see.
Okay.
Thanks so much. This is our winner of the men's elite race.
Thank you.
Patrick Kiprop. Wow, what an awesome race that was for him.
Great race.
He is a bright star. We saw that. We could see that when he was in college. He made races all the time.
Yeah.
He was always in the lead. He was always up there pushing the pace.
Yeah, you got to be in it to win it.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes people forget that. So you just put yourself in that lead pack for as long as you're going to go. And sometimes you're going to have a breakthrough race. I think that's what happened last year. And then you see the confidence build when you win a major like this one. And I think that's one reason why he was able to control things and then be so strong on the downhill portion to get the victory.
Yeah, he looks, he's a quiet guy, but he does not race like that. He is very fierce on the road and also just so humble and excited for the win. But we now have another guest on our stage, Ziggy Gebrselassie from Ethiopia. Ziggy, congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean, was it fun here in Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
You had a very close race. Talk us through that last 200 meters when it was, back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me for the Peachtree organizer. And then, the race was nice. It was so good. I enjoyed it. And then, it was up down, but for me it's okay because when I was training in Ethiopia, the court is like this.
Yeah.
So, it was so good for me.
So Melknet Wudu was in second. She's young. She's a new Ethiopian woman. Do you know her?
Yeah, I know her. She's so strong and then she's young. So yeah.
Were you nervous at the very last little bit there because she really didn't go to the lead until the final 100 meters or so?
Yeah, I didn't nervous, but when I was start the race, I went to know, and then when I was come to from Ethiopia, when I was there, when I was go to Peachtree, I went. My mind was I was to run winner, so that's why I didn't nervous.
You weren't nervous. So here we are watching you race a little bit. You're in the lead here. Was this where you wanted to be?
Yeah, I would leave from 2K after 2K because it was the first 2K. It was a little bit easy.
Yep.
That's why I want to lead the race.
What was that conversation like with Voodoo after the race? What did you say to her?
I saying congratulations.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so much fun, Ed, to watch them. We were sweating. It was almost like my heart rate was as high as you in the final stages.
What was your thoughts when Voodoo took the lead from you right close to the finish line? Were you confident that you would be able to come back, or were you just seeing?
Yeah, I know her speed. That's why I want to kick to it. So, yeah, it was fun. It was good. Yeah.
You're such a good cross-country runner. You're good on the track. You're good on the roads. What is your favorite?
My favorite is 5,000.
Yeah.
So, yeah, still I like 5,000. And still I like track race.
You do.
But I did both track and road race.
Are you going to go back to the track now this summer?
This summer, I don't think so. Maybe next year. Yeah.
Oh, well, congratulations. What a fun race. I'm going to remember that one for a long time. This is our champion, everybody. The 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race champion, Ziggy Gebrselassie. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming to Atlanta.
Thank you.
Hopefully we get to see you next year.
Thank you. Hopefully.
Oh, what a beautiful smile and a beautiful race.
Well, and great that she has that friendship with her countrywoman in Voodoo, that they can, be happy for one another at the finish. And Voodoo's the up and comer, the younger of the two, and for Gebrselassie to be such a great mentor to her as well. And we get to hang out with such great people.
We do.
We really do.
Yeah.
What a blessing in our lives, and so fun when they're just such great people.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. These athletes are so focused and so driven, and this is their job. But at the same time, they're excited for other people, and that's I think a rare side of our sport.
Something I love about distance running and road racing, especially, I feel like people always want to bring others into the community, and they want to see the sport continue to grow and get bigger. And there really is something for everyone. With Peachtree Jr. yesterday, all of the kids running. Today, we've got families, and like you said, up to 98 years old.
Oh, I know. I hope I'm doing this at 98. I hope I'm just sitting here talking at 98.
I'll listen to you.
Well, another fun guest on our stage. We're getting her all set, but this is the T-shirt champion, or however we're going to say, the winner of the T-shirt. So we're going to get her on camera here real quick as we get her mic'd up. But we've been waiting to see this up close and personal. I can't wait to see and hear what you have to say. So let's chat with you. Tell us about your T-shirt.
I can't hear you, just by the way. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Like, what does this mean to you right now? You designed the T-shirt.
It means so much. I have been running this race basically my whole life. It's such a big deal to even get one. And so as I'm an artist and an illustrator, and I went to art school in the city. And so I saw recently the Atlanta History Center posted a timeline of past ones and how it's archived. And just to think about that, this could be archived. It's kind of like a piece of history, which is really exciting.
It's really pretty. So it's yellow with brown.
Yes. So I had to change the colors based on the T-shirt color options, and so I'm actually really happy that they went with this one, and I just hope that everybody really likes it.
I love it. What was your vision when you started?
I actually began designing this one last year after the Peachtree, and I had this concept kind of the whole time of it being the cascading ribbon, but then when I kind of conceptualized it a little bit more, I was like, wait, that could kind of be it's kind of like scrolls, how scrolls of parchment, and so I kind of just developed that a little bit and kind of made it a little 4th of July, but basically just wanted to focus on kind of the beauty of this race, because it's through the trees, and now that we're actually going to have peach trees on Peachtree, that's going to be really exciting. So anyways,
it is beautiful. Can you tell us a little bit about the process?
So I'm a traditional analog artist, just by nature. I've been drawing since I was something I could hold a pencil, and so I always start with pencil and paper, even now, and then I'll do digital illustration, then of course I bring it all into Illustrator in the end, And then I'm a graphic designer as well, so I'm very excited.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Very
Your
reassuring.
shirts are being worn by all these people.
I know.
Like
55,000 people are going to be rocking your
That's
shirt.
And we'll have it for a lifetime.
And I can't wait to see people out today wearing them. Like every time, you go to the Braves game for 4th of July and people sometimes wear them. So I'm really excited. I hope that I get to see people around town wearing them for the next, years. For
When did they notify you that was the winning shirt?
Let's see, I finished about 10 minutes ago.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
So were there butterflies in your stomach as you came because you knew you were a finalist?
I actually was the least nervous for this race than I have been for every other race.
Okay.
I'm a cross-country runner, so I have pre-race jitters just from the trauma. So I wasn't actually that nervous. I was like, if I win, that's so cool. But all the other designs were so amazing that I was like, it'll be a great T-shirt to wear no matter what. But of course, I'm very excited that I just hope that people like it, and that people did like it. That people voted. So that is
It
very,
is so cool.
It's
I love
very
it.
exciting.
That is a pretty big honor.
I know.
So go celebrate
Thank you, guys.
your run.
Thank you to
celebrate your
everybody who
shirt.
voted.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Look at that. I want one, but you can't get it.
No,
Gotta
had to run,
race.
had to
Gotta
run.
race.
Yeah.
Gotta be this sweaty.
I know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy your 4th of July.
Thank you so much. You too.
Wow, that was cool. I love the colors. They're yellow and green and brown.
Nice and
just
bright.
different.
Nice and bright.
Yeah.
I can't believe she didn't find out until she finished.
Yes.
Oh, they
that's
really
so cool.
They keep it a secret, even to the actual artist.
Wow. Can you imagine the adrenaline rush when you see that, and that's her work of art?
Can you imagine most of us run for the food at the finish line?
Sure.
Right? And she was running to see
Yeah.
it. She won that honor.
That's great. Well, congratulations to her.
Pretty neat. Well, hey, everybody. We have a lot more coming your way, but we're going to just step away just for a little bit of a break from the Peachtree Road Race. Congratulations, everyone that's finished up, and we are welcoming many more at the finish. We'll be right back.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation with the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you with personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute, built to beat cancer.
You feel that? Yeah, that's energy. Early risers, late nighters. Dream chasers, day makers. You see here, everybody's bringing it. Positive energy. Right here. And we're here for it.
This is our brand. It's chips. Subs, of course. Soda. This. That. Sweets. Smiling faces. Green. More green. Ice cream. But first, veggies. How about a meal for one? Or hummus is fun. Time for cleanup? Done. All this goodness. Your life, your brand. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
In the Sweetwater world, we like to say, where there's water, there's Sweetwater. It's in our name, it's in our brews, and it's in our veins. Saving more lakes, more rivers, more oceans, because our brewers know you can't have great beer without clean water. So whether it's salt water, fresh water, backwater, or high water, jump on in. The water's fine. Because where there's water, there will always be Sweetwater.
I need a checking account that's free. No drama, just vibes.
Dude, just vibes won't replace a stolen phone. I'd rather pay a little and get more.
Sounds like Ameris has you both. For you, free checking. No monthly service fee, no minimum balance. All vibes. For you, benefits checking. Main character energy with a low monthly fee.
Benefits I'll actually use, unlike that $90 water bottle.
That's too much. Pick the account that fits how you bank. Ameris Bank. Fiercely yours.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the 2026 Peachtree Road Race. Wow, it's been fun so far. We've been having a blast down here at the finish line, and we're in the meadow, actually, in the middle of all of these thousands and thousands of runners that have been running 10K while we've been running our mouths. But look at this. The Atlanta Marathon is coming up March 6th and 7th. New date. It says new look, new course, a new feel. Well, we can't wait for it. This is such a fun weekend, Amanda.
So exciting. It'll be March 6th through 7th. 2027 this year, and there's a little bit of something for everyone similar to Peachtree weekend. 5K and youth events start on Saturday the 6th, and then the full and half marathon will be on March 7th on Sunday.
Yep, so you can just sign on up at the atlantatrackclub.org website. I was there last year, and it was really fun, so you guys got to come to the South. Come to the warm weather. It was perfect running weather in March, so check it out. There's, like we said, all kinds of fun things. 5K and youth events the day before, the full and the half marathon. And it really is beautiful. Atlanta is known as Running City, USA. So this is where it's at Ed.
Yeah, and a nice place to come. The Utah that time of year can be kind of cold, and the snow's getting kind of dirty. And maybe I will make my way down here and run
I'm from Minnesota, if you didn't notice.
There you go. Let's come on down for the half marathon.
Nice.
Maybe the half marathon right now. I don't know if I'm ready for the marathon, but what a great event. And again, just so many options for the runner here in Atlanta.
Yeah, for sure. They like to provide all sorts of different activities. They even used to have a street meet where they would have an elevated track down right here in Piedmont Park. I mean, they are just constantly thinking about what can they do next to kind of highlight each and every athlete. Well, we're watching people finish again. I mean, this is where it's at. I was actually doing sideline reporting when I first started doing the broadcast down here, so I'd get to stand right in the middle of all that, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, some people don't want to touch sweaty bodies and don't want to be around any of that, but it was so much fun being able to see all of the different types of athletes that are out here crushing it today. And then they get to go home and have barbecue and then watch the fireworks tonight. It's a fun day.
Yeah, what a great way to earn your barbecue, right?
Yeah.
You run a good 10K first thing in the morning, and then you get to hang out with some cool people, your friends here in the meadow, recover, and then go back. Take your nap, Amanda.
Yes,
like
always.
You said. Get your nap in, and then finishing up with a good barbecue, and then some more fireworks tonight.
Yeah, well, we've been celebrating Independence Day, and every single year, no matter what day of the week it falls on, we celebrate Peachtree on July 4th. And today, it's pretty exciting, 250 years for the U.S.
Wow.
So we are welcoming visitors from all around the country and the world. Every single sign out there had something, it seemed like, celebrating July 4th, and that was something that the Atlanta Track Club really wanted to celebrate as well. So there were a lot of 250 signs out there.
Such a cool way to celebrate not only the history of the race in the city, but also of the United States as a whole.
Yeah, their motto this year is Peachtree Unites, and it says right here, over 5 decades of reflecting the spirit of the country, bringing people together in a powerful display of unity, tradition, and celebration, putting one foot in front of the other, basically.
Yeah. Quarter of a millennium. We are still young. We are still
so
growing.
Very young.
We still have so much to learn, but hopefully we can learn from 250 years of freedom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, every year we get to celebrate and have fun on this day, but this is a big number, and I think people around the world are watching how we celebrate today.
Yeah.
And we are celebrating at a 10K, the world's largest, which it's like right up my alley. I can't think of a better way to do it.
Absolutely. So much fun and such a, just a part of my tradition every single year. I've been keeping an eye on the finish line, looking for some costumes coming through. I haven't seen too many yet. Lots of red, white, and blue, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then we have Uncle Sam and Betsy Ross
every year
holding the finish
Yep,
tape.
every
That's
year.
a tradition.
I love that, and I love their story. They were at Peachtree Junior yesterday, but I think that we have Sharon Reed with a special someone. Senator Warnock is there with her. So let's see if we can head on down to Sharon.
Here with U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock of Georgia. Senator, looking good. Looks like you trained for this. How did it go?
Good morning, everybody. It's great to be here. I always look forward to this. It's a great tradition. This is the world's largest 10K right here in Atlanta, Georgia. I enjoy this. I get a chance to literally walk and run alongside my constituents.
Yeah, last year you said it's about the people. You enjoy being out here with the people. This year's theme is Peachtree Unites. You know a little something about that and have preached many a Sunday about people coming together. What's the message on the country's 250th birthday, Senator?
Well, this is America's 250th anniversary. There are moments when our democracy expands. There are moments when it contracts. We've had our ups and downs, kind of like a race. But the important thing is to keep pushing and to encourage one another. The only way to finish is to finish together. And so I was out here running my own race while cheering others. I have to tell you, a special moment for me is always stopping by the Shepherd Center. Those folks do incredible work. I ran into a couple of patients, one or two of them former police officers. One of them was shot while on duty. And so I thanked him for his service. And there he was struggling, trying to get back. It was deeply touching to spend time with those folks.
Senator, today's not about politics, but I'd be remiss. I've heard people actually talking about your housing bill and everything that you've been able to accomplish in bringing people together again, because that's something that all of us can think about.
You say it's not about politics, then you ask me a political question. No,
Housing, that's a good thing.
No, it's important work. I'm very, very proud of the fact that in the housing bill, Road to Housing, I have a provision there that deals with the issue of private equity. They've been swooping into our communities, buying huge portfolios of housing as if it's just one more item on a spreadsheet. Meanwhile, the average homeowner is just trying to afford their house. And so I have a provision in this bill that deals with that. I have another provision that deals with appraisal bias. President Trump signed the daggone bill.
You heard it from U.S. Senator Raphael Warnock. Again, not to be political, but people are talking about all of this amongst themselves. It is one big community today. Back to you guys.
Well, thanks, Senator, and thanks, Shannon. You know, he just ran a 10K. He's very spirited. He's very, very much involved in Atlanta. He loves Peachtree Unites. I mean, he's fought every year. I get to interview him, too, every now and then, and I really like that guy. He does a lot for this.
Yeah, and what a great opportunity to hang out with your constituency and, just celebrate your fitness along with them on a very special day.
Yeah. And Shannon, you can find her. She's got a podcast. She does a lot of broadcast work right here in Atlanta, and she's very passionate about politics. So I'm not surprised to hear her ask some questions, and especially on a day like today. I really liked what he had to say, Politics have ups and downs and all arounds, just like a race.
Yeah.
So we have to persevere through tough times. We have to really celebrate the good times. And it was really fun to hear from him and our mayor. I think it's neat to see these guys kind of practice what they preach.
Yeah, it's all about pacing yourself out there and in a race and in life. And we appreciate our people who serve us on the public forum.
Well, I'd have to say Atlanta's got it going on right now. They got a lot of things going on. Let's see some of the sports that they've got going on besides just the Peachtree Road Race. We've got some baseball, Mets versus the Braves. They've been here. They're going to be here through the 6th. We obviously are here at the Peachtree Road Race. And then the World Cup is coming back on July 7th.
Yeah, they're getting down to the round of 16. That's big time, and we got Argentina versus Egypt. I watched that Argentina game yesterday. That was fun. Messi got another goal, and he's going to be going for another one. I think he's leading the World Cup in terms of most goals scored. So that's going to be phenomenal. The eyes of the world literally will be here on July 7th just to watch the great World Cup soccer.
I think everyone wanted to see Messi get here to Atlanta.
For sure.
That's what a lot of the locals are saying. They were like, the world's best, potentially the greatest of all time. Yeah. That's going to be cool. Amanda, we know you're going to be having every single screen on and watching
all of them. Every soccer game. Multi-screen situation in my house.
Well, things are looking good here. The temperatures are starting to rise just a little bit. You can kind of see the sun poking through, but we are getting pretty lucky with this cloud cover.
It still feels really nice out here and pretty cool. I know we're sitting under cover, but there's a little bit of cloud coverage still. And Really, it was so sticky when we got out here this morning.
And we were fogging up.
Oh my goodness, so much. And it is not nearly as humid now as it was at 6 a.m.
Right.
Yeah, the athletes look pretty good at it as they come through. I mean, humidity is a scary thing for athletes, especially as we get, further and further into the day.
Yeah, you know what? We're still not over 80 degrees yet. With that humidity, it still makes a challenge. It was at, people dressed all kind of manner.
In thick outfits.
I think that was Benjamin Franklin that came running by, right? With the full wig and everything.
Yeah, they go for it here in Atlanta. But we are going to take a quick short break, but we have been having so much fun here at the Peachtree Road Race. We hope you're enjoying it as well. Happy 4th of July. We'll be right back after this.
Cancer. One small cell can change everything. Beating it takes something big. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute is built for it. Built for breakthroughs. Pioneering clinical research, treatment, and surgical innovation. With the most cancer centers and board-certified oncologists in Georgia. We're built around you. With personalized care from screening through survival. Northside Hospital Cancer Institute. Built to beat cancer.
Greatness doesn't happen by chance. It's the result of endless drive. The will to push beyond all limits. And then push beyond yourself. Find your drive at the BMW Ultimate Sales Event on now. Take advantage of exceptional offers on the BMW X3.
4th of July savings are at the Home Depot. It's game time, so trim it like Trey, set it like Seth, and sear it like Selena. Make every gathering one worth cheering for, with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot.
An hour ago, Theo airballed the game-winning shot. But at Zaxby's, he's dunking all over these fools. Zax sauce, bang. Tongue torch, boom.
Welcome to Dunk City. I'm the mayor.
Who's got the sauce?
Zaxby's.
No flight is just a flight. It's a new beginning.
Hi, nice to meet you.
A love story.
Will you marry me?
A launch pad. It's your next step.
How about some light? Thank you. You're gonna do great.
And at Delta, we're proud to help you take it.
I just started. So far, so good. Let's see where this goes.
You feel that? Yeah, that's energy. Early risers, late nighters. Dream chasers, day makers. You see here, everybody's bringing it. Positive energy. Right here. And we're here for it.
It's more than a race. It's Atlanta's 4th of July tradition. And during America's 250th anniversary, the celebration is bigger than ever. This year marks a new chapter as Northside Hospital becomes title partner, while the Peachtree continues to bring Atlanta together through movement and community. The Peachtree experience began this week at Lenox Square, where thousands picked up race numbers, explored the expo, and gathered just steps from the iconic start line. The kids got their turn, as the Northside Hospital Peachtree Jr. gave the next generation their own race day moment on Peachtree Road. The celebration continued into the night, with Daryl DMC McDaniels and fireworks over Buckhead before the world's largest 10K takes center stage. Together, these festivities turned the Peachtree into a full holiday experience. From packet pickup to race morning, the Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race is more than a race. It's where Peachtree unites.
Well, it's been such a fun week so far, but Peachtree has been around for 57 years. Check this out, Ed. It's one of the most cherished 4th of July traditions here in Atlanta, but around the world. And look at those numbers.
Yeah, and it's crazy. During my professional career, I think my first time here was maybe in 1988, right after the Olympics, or 89. And then I think I have about 7 or 8 of the crystal peaches that they give out to the winners. It's been so cool. And even back then, it was a huge race, and it's just grown and grown, and participation has looked great. You get official electronic times for everyone that runs. Largest field was right before COVID when they had about 60,000, and we're getting back to those levels. I think it's going to be close to 55,000 this year, and I think it's just a matter of time and whatever the course can handle. But what great events and a wonderful history.
Yeah, Amanda, there that you can see 1982 was the year Shepherd Center wheelchair division was added. That seems like that was pretty early on in the sport of wheelchair racing.
That was very early on in the sport of wheelchair racing. The first wheelchair marathoner ever was Bob Hull in 1975 at the Boston Marathon.
Yep.
So this is only a couple years after that that it started growing and expanding to different races in different states.
2004, the first overseas race for U.S. soldiers. I remember that. That was really kind of cool. And then in 2009, as you said, everyone was electric. That doesn't seem that long ago, but that was the first time we had electrical timing mats.
Wow, yeah.
That does kind of show that we're getting older, people. But I think we have some more finishers. Sharon Reed has been having a fun day so far, and we're going to toss it back down to her to hear from some of our finishers from the Peachtree Road Race. Sharon?
Here at the finish line with Rachel and Moses, and I may be dating myself because I said, oh, like the famous hurdler. I'm not sure anybody remembered that. I've never seen two people cross the finish line looking just refreshed and good. How did it feel?
It felt good. I was worried about the heat, but I actually felt good out there.
It's a great day, right, Moses?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And tell me, how many times have you run the Peachtree Road Race?
Dozens. I've been running it since I was a little girl with my mom. She's coming in soon.
Okay. You didn't want to hang back with mom.
She told me to go ahead.
Go ahead. And do you guys, well, I'll ask you why you run it. Some people say for the peach at the end, the Sweetwater beer, or that T-shirt. What was your inspiration, Moses?
Her. She asked me to come do it, so it's my first time doing it.
I need to find a Moses. If he just does whatever you say, I'll take it.
Basically.
Did you have a personal record that you were looking for today?
I was aiming for under an hour, but I was right over that. The heat got me.
This is our country's 250th birthday. The theme of this year's race is Peachtree Unites. And I wonder, with everything going on in the world, the country, to see so many people, different walks of life, all ages here together, what does that mean?
I mean, that means a lot. I really don't come out a lot, so she, inspired me to come outside today, so.
So you're the social butterfly of the family, but what does it mean to be out here with some people you know, Mom, some people you don't know, but just seeing everybody with one common goal?
It was cool because we saw some World Cup people who are just here for the World Cup and decided to hop in. So literally people from all around the world just running together is cool.
And are you into the World Cup? Because Atlanta's really on the world stage this weekend. We have this, 30 countries, 50 states, people coming just for the road race, but of course the World Cup's here too.
I haven't watched a game yet, but I'm going to catch one, don't worry.
How about you, Mo?
I'm not a soccer fan. Sorry.
Okay. And how about your times? Were they admirable, what you expected, or were you not even thinking about personal records?
I was aiming on an hour too, so I came to I think 53, so I'm happy with it.
I knew the heat was going to be a factor, so I didn't put too much pressure on myself.
Did you all train for this, or like me, when I did it one time, I just kind of said, I'll wing it?
I haven't really run since last year, so.
But you made it. Rachel and Moses, one of more than 55,000, 57,000. We'll get you the exact counts as the day rolls on, but it's been a successful race. We congratulate you both. Back to you.
I can't help but watch some of the athletes go by in the background with those tall hats and things. But what a cool way, and also how cute was that little flirt on TV right there?
Yeah, that was nice, wasn't it? And to be able to run that with your bestie, isn't that so cool? And what a great date.
Yeah, exactly. I loved running dates. My husband and I need to do those a little bit more. But yeah, this has just been such a fun day. I love that, they're not necessarily soccer fans, but they're out here and they're out representing this city that is so cool. It's so dynamic, has so many different people running this race. But Amanda, tell me what your favorite part of this day is.
So hard to pick one because it's been so cool being out here, seeing all of the finishers come through and really feeling like you're part of the action.
Yeah.
It's a totally different experience running the elite race because you're way out in front of everybody. And so getting to be here, see everybody is so much fun. But it's got to be Daniel Romachek and Tatiana McFadden. 9 wins each on this course. They were tied in 2025 as the winningest athletes. They now upped the ante and are tied at 9 wins each, which is just absolutely incredible legacy here in Atlanta.
Ed, how about you?
Well, I guess I'm going to go with Patrick Kiprop. Just the fact that he came back, he defended his title, and he showed that he could do it different from last year. Okay, he waited, was a little bit more patient, was confident in his ability to finish strong, and then he finished strong. But how about that battle between our ladies up front? That was really cool too.
Yeah, Ziggy Gebrselassie and Welknut Wudu. My goodness, 2 young stars from Ethiopia that are really going to hopefully come back and give us many more races like that. But yeah, this has been a phenomenal 57th running. I absolutely loved the elite races because that's kind of what we know. But this is my favorite part of the day, I think, watching all the characters that come out, all of the parents that come out to run with their kids, the partners that come together. And then that they're out there excited to see the spectators, but also talking about what they're going to do after.
I once had a friend, we were doing a backyard barbecue, probably on the 4th of July, and he said, I think the secret to world peace is just bringing everybody together for a backyard barbecue. But I can do that one better now. I think we do a 10K first, and then we finish it up with a backyard barbecue, because what a great event, and all of these people are just having a wonderful day and a wonderful celebration.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear it even at the expo. People are just so excited. It was a lot yesterday with the rain and everything that went into it. But everybody is here today. Everybody is smiling. They're high-fiving and they're excited. Amanda, as you go home now, and we know that you keep your notes from year after year, when you go home now, what do you think about from today's race on the wheelchair side? What do you think is going to happen? Will we see a course record soon? Will we just keep continuing to build on the number of wins that Tatiana and Daniel have? What are your thoughts?
I think what I love the most is that the wheelchair division continues to grow here. This is one of the only road races that has a junior level division for wheelchair racers with prize money, and 2 winners there as well, Cohen Granum and Izzy Crew from Texas. I had the opportunity to go to Texas and work with them over the winter, and it's amazing. It's so much fun to see the future of wheelchair racing and to watch the sport continue to grow and develop. And that's what I'm going to be thinking about more than anything.
I love that. Ed, final thoughts?
No, just happy to be here again. And time marches on. So I won this 35 years ago, and it has just continued to grow and be such a wonderful event.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone, for coming along with this ride with us at the 57th running of the 2026 Northside Hospital Peachtree Road Race. I'm Olympian Carrie Tollefson alongside 1991 Peachtree Road Race champion and Olympian Ed Eyestone. Amanda McGrory won here in 2007. Is a 4-time Paralympian. We also heard from Shannon Reed a number of times today. Wow, what a phenomenal race. Tatiana McFadden, Daniel Romachek winning the wheelchair races. Ziggy Gebrselassie. And we have Patrick Kiprop, who won last year, came back this year and won again. Are we going to see him for a 3rd time in a row? I think so. There's 55,000 people out here in Atlanta today, and we are all celebrating 250 years of America. Thank you all for joining us. Hey, if you haven't run the Peachtree Road Race, you have until July 11th to get that registration in. Head on over to atlantatrackclub.org. Thank you again for joining us. Happy birthday, America. Thank you.